This is session number 13 of the Inferno Gate. What do you guys remember about last session? Who knows
We blew our entire wad and are about to get murdered.
How did you blow your wad? Where did you go? What did you do?
We used multiple hero points and we're
Why
gonna
did you
die.
have to use multiple hero points? What happened?
Because we were gonna die.
Why? Why were you going to die, Michael?
I don't know. Someone else.
You don't know!
Someone else could do better than me.
Because
We almost died because the GM decided that we hadn't actually been tested yet, and combined a few different encounters into one big one.
That's true.
Eerily accurate, yeah.
we also dicked around in the woods for way too long, and in the meantime, the Glorious Reclamation were doing their thing.
Yes, they had a bunch of reinforcements based on the amount of time you guys took. And I did combine several encounters into one because I figured just doing them independently, you would have just crushed each one of them.
True statement. True statement.
Yes, probably easily every one of them individually, you would have just destroyed them. But I had some delays between them. But yeah, you were hanging out in your little foresty area, and you fought a bunch of trees, animated trees. You fought some mounted knights, and then Fiona Kadarius came down. His little handout for her over here. She came down on her little celestial unicorn, and she ran you guys down a bunch because you had this great plan of hiding in the trees so they couldn't charge you, and then you immediately stepped out of the trees, like on round 2 of the fight. And then you fell down the little 5-foot ridge or whatever it was, and you fell down. And then the cleric fell down, and the cleric couldn't heal you in time, and all kinds of hilarious things happened. But they eventually got back into the woods, and you started actually using your plan. And they had to come down and get you. They had to come in and move to the woods. They had to lose their mounted advantage. They couldn't lance you anymore. There was a Lamasu hanging out around. He was invisible, and I think he tried to jump Iwin, but Iwin kind of teleported away, and you guys destroyed him. And you killed a copious number of Glorious Reclamation soldiers. Vors went Rambo. That was last session, right? That's when all that happened, or was that the one before?
The one before was Vors going Rambo, but Vors was also Rambo-ish, just the part of the movie where everyone's openly killing each other, yeah, not the part where Rambo is stealth-killing anymore.
But yeah, you guys are pretty badly banged up, and you basically decided you can't continue on for the day, and you guys are going to go hide in the forest. I think Vors...
Yeah, we pulled back and found a pretty good spot.
Yeah, he made a good check, and he found a good hiding spot somewhere in the woods a couple hours away. And you guys are going to rest there for the night. So you guys are still beat up. You still have low hit points. So what's the plan? It's like it's nighttime. You guys have found a good spot.
Nero's going to burn all his spells and heal everybody, I suppose.
How many spells do you have left? You burned all your 4th level thingies.
I burned a lot of big ones, but I still have a lot of decent ones, and I still have a ton of healing on the... Like, we keep picking up wands, so I can definitely get us there.
Alright, we'll burn things.
I shall do so.
And Redford's hurt too. Redford doesn't use your magic.
Yeah, I'll hit him with, what does he need? Three, well, I guess I'll do 2 of the Infernal Healing Wands. I've got a whole fuck ton of them.
Okay.
So, I'll hit him with those.
20
For some reason, Lammy's hit points aren't coming through from the sheet. I don't really understand that.
53. Let me heal him. His max HP didn't get set for whatever reason.
Oh, okay. There we go. Cool.
I'm getting feedback from you, Chris, too. I don't know if you want to just mute when you're not talking. But sorry for make your life even worse. Yeah. So you're going to get red for 20 from your wand. And then how many things are you marking off? Oh, good. You're doing Bob's. Are you going to heal him or do you want me to do it?
I'll do it, if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. You can do it.
Yeah, sweet.
All right, so while he's doing that, you guys have the whole night to do stuff. You guys have your standard watch.
What's my heal? These are all different now. Did I lose stuff?
What's different now?
I don't have the same...
It's on defense. It should be the same as it's always.
Oh, okay, those don't
Mace
show
are
anymore.
different.
They don't show for some reason. Probably because I've been using the different one. Where do I get those to display?
Oh, go to window, generic window defense, window, whatever else you want. Yeah, because Nate's using the default map tool now, and things are all kinds of chaos.
That's why things are weird.
Yes. But yeah.
I
go ahead.
shall.
So
No worries, I got it.
While
Continue.
he's doing that, you guys have the whole night to talk, plan, do whatever you want. Mr. Bob, while you guys are walking back into the forest, you begin to have a throbbing in your head. And after about you walk like 2 hours away from the gate before Vors finds a really nice spot for you to hide out. Because you basically don't want to get jumped by devils or more glorious reclamation if they're heading there. So you get a little bit out of the way and Vors finds a good spot. But as you're leaving, you have the beginning of this like kind of throbbing headache. And as you get further and further away from the gate, it gets like worse and worse and worse. And as the sun sets and you guys are beginning to make camp, you begin to. It sounds like someone is like just hitting an anvil with a hammer over and over again inside your skull.
All right. I understand.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Don't know how to respond, but I do understand.
All right. Bobbert's only down 3 now. So you guys, like I said, Vors finds a good place to camp. He's blind, but he's still able to sense that this is a good place. And you guys set up camp, and you are getting ready to go to sleep. You set up a fire, and anything else you guys want to do? Standard watch, anything special?
Nero's going to stay up longer than usual. He spends some time lighting strange-smelling incense, and he spends some time working out stuff in the grass and asking random questions to the air, and suddenly he has answers to said questions. So I will take care of that. I can't do Vors. I can't do Iwan.
Okay, let me give you power
Your
all
aunt.
their tokens. Yeah,
Cool.
everybody gets everybody's. Vors, I win. There you go. Powers, everybody. Okay. Yeah, so you do cool meditations with your incense that you got. I forgot where you get that from, but it was.
It was a gift from when everyone got the skull. We had the laughing skull and the stuff to buff. Yeah, it's from a long time ago.
Oh, so your best good buddy Fex gave that to you.
Correct.
Your patron and staunch ally,
Correct.
Darylus Fex.
That is
gave
correct.
To you. You're using a gift from your best good friend to enact his will in shutting down the Inferno Gate, as is your official mandate.
That is correct.
There you go. All right, so healing's going around. Looks like it's almost done. Anybody want to do anything different or special this night at camp?
Bob would like ibuprofen.
I mean, I don't think you have any ibuprofen. Vors has a bunch of drugs. I don't know what he's got left on his sheet, but he's got like honey dust or whatever else is out there.
Yeah, it's not Zerk time.
It could be Zerk time.
I would advise against it being Zerg time, but okay.
It's always Zerk time.
It's bedtime, not Zerk time.
I'm not sure how much he has left on his sheet. He can tell you. But, I don't know which ones make you sleepy. So yeah, do you have anything for him, Vors? You're muted, by the way, in case you've forgotten. Do you have any drugs that make him sleepy?
I have not forgotten. I was trying to be sensitive to your ears. I have some key, leaf, got honey dust. Honey dust would probably be the best.
Yeah, I think honey dust like makes you kind of hallucinate a little bit too, though. But yeah. All right, yeah, I can knock you up for 10 more. Why not? Boop, boop.
I mean, he took a sense of euphoria.
Yeah, you can feel good for a little bit. You want to do some honey dust there, friend?
There's key. What's Lily?
What are the side effects of honey dust here?
You're gonna get sick.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
It'll change. You'll trade a headache for something, basically.
Bob's gonna not do drugs right now.
All right. All right. Anybody else doing anything special?
I'm getting you some questions.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you can use divination.
Yes, commune.
Oh, commune. Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Oh dear.
What does Nero have for strength damage? Assuming the sleep, like the Night of Sleep, gets rid of one of the two strength damage that Iwan has, right?
Yes, it's not drain, it's damage. And this is all the damage you needed to get the Lamasu and the Lily.
Yeah, it's 1 strength damage per 500 gold worth of stuff.
That's pretty intense. Okay.
It is, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've got restoration, so you could just, if you've got 1 or 2, it's gone. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're fine.
Do you still have one of those spells?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
All right. Then you have no strength damage. I'll clear that. Boom, boom.
Any questions for anyone?
And you had that from the day before, Naz, still? Like, you still had
Yes,
yesterday?
correct. Yes, I still have many slots.
All right. Fucking spellcasters and all their slots.
I don't have good slots, but I have the low slots, yes.
All right. What are your questions?
I'm thinking. I wish I'd thought more before the session, but I can give you an evolving list.
Sure. You can ask them sequentially too. If one of the questions gives you ideas for more questions, that's fine.
Have we scattered the glorious reclamation forces? And it's like yes or no, and if it's yes or no would be misleading. It gives a small phrase. There's a 90% chance of success.
Oh, I have to roll my D. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me hit the secret-y thing and the D thing.
And it just doesn't answer if I don't succeed.
Yes.
Will Azimag return to us with appropriate names?
Yes.
Can she be summoned earlier than a week?
Yes.
I.e., will it be easier? Are these easy things to find for her?
No.
Okay. I know that we need to protect against fire. Should we protect against acid?
It does not answer.
Electricity?
No.
No. Cold?
It does not answer. You
Poison?
You got confusing voices.
Okay.
Poison, it says yes. How many questions is that?
Acid, cold, fire. Acid, cold, electricity. 4 more, so that's 7. I have 2 more.
You get 9. Damn it.
1 a level.
Okay.
Is Fex already there?
Yes.
Other than Fex and the Envisper Thule, are there any other serious casters?
You hear both yes and no.
Okay. Done.
All right. So Nero meditates, and he does. He sniffs his incense, and he does his little divination. And no one else doing anything for the night. Iron raises some dead. And they're both. Lee is a meat shield. He's a zombie, and Lammy is a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lee 2.
Yeah. 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 Lee too.
Lee the second. Lee Jr.
Yeah, so Lee Jr. can still fly clumsily with his zombie wings. Lammy can't fly anymore because it's a skeleton. But those are pretty big. And you still have Redford, the skeletal red cap. How many HD of undead is that? And you can totally control that many, right?
It's 25, and I can control 36. Yeah, I looked at that because, yeah. And for the record, since I know in a previous session, Nero had asked about if there's undead at the gate or in the fort or whatever, and was said yes.
Mm-hmm.
So command undead doesn't count against the HD thing. So
The spell or the spell? You don't have the feat. Okay.
The spell, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't count against the same number.
Yeah, they don't. I looked it up before, so yeah. Still potentially more to come.
Yes, correct. As far as I know, they're different things. And also, if you have the Command Undead feat, which I think is only for cleric-y types, like for channel people, those are also two separate pools. So if you're a necromancer, you can have like your animated dead, your controlled undead, and then your like spell controlled undead, and it gets really gross really fast.
It's absurd. Yeah, it's pretty absurd.
I've always wanted to play a necromancer, but here we are.
Because these like animated things are no joke. Like, they're hitting pretty fucking hard.
They really are. They really, really are. You have some good. You've been holding out for good stuff though. Like if you animate a human, you just get a shitty ass skeleton, like a level 1 skeleton. But like you take bears and big things like Lamasus and Archons and Angels. Good base forms.
Yeah.
And red caps are surprisingly good for. Well, I guess they're threatening. They're dangerous. So I guess it's worth it. Anyway, so you guys are good to go. Nothing else tonight?
Nope.
All right. Bob,
do you have to choose a watch or anything?
Okay, yeah. I was trying to remember your default watch. Just tell me what it is or what you want it to be.
I mean, it got kind of mixed up because you boys can see in the dark now.
Yeah, so you probably want the middle watch. You want the darkest one.
I'll take the first one with my Mocking Skull.
And Nero will stay up with Bob at the last one, and the Mocking Skull and the Undead stay up all night. So, perfect.
Yes, that is true. Bob, you don't sleep at all the entire night. The hammering in your head does not stop. It sounds like there is just a constant, again, an anvil, just ping, 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 over and over and over again. And you feel like you're high on Zerk. Your veins are like you're totally vascular. Your blood is pumping. You feel a pulse and you hear this pinging and you can't stop. You're just awake the entire time. You try to sleep all night, but you can't. What would you do? So you're just awake through like Iwan's on watch and you can't sleep.
I guess I'd go on watch with Iwan.
You just like get up and start talking to Iwan?
Yeah. I'd probably explain what's going on in my head. So I think I would probably explain there's an anvil hammering in my head.
Isn't there always?
Yes, but not like normal.
Well, these are the burdens of servitude, you know?
Alright, fair enough. I'll wait for Nero to wake up.
Yeah, some more sympathetic audience, yeah.
So you walk around and you do whatever else you do during his watch. And then it's the second watch, so Iwan gets ready to go to sleep, and Vors wakes up, because Nero's on last watch. Do you talk to Vors at all on his watch? He wakes up, and Vors, you see Bob is awake, and he shouldn't be.
And Iwan would warn Vors how chatty he should expect.
Wait, why am I up? No. You got this, right?
Got what?
Don't you think it pays to have somebody babysit? Last time he was up, he went out chasing wolves or squirrels or some shit in the forest. So, would you please stay awake?
Sure. That's sure. I mean, if I close, you can't tell if I close my eyes, so sure.
He's wearing a thing, right? Yeah.
Alright, so Bob now explains again that there's an anvil hammering in his head.
Wait, so is it like a little baby anvil on top of a big anvil that's doing the hammering, or is it like something else hammering on the anvil?
It's like a hammer hammering an anvil.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Right.
There's an ironworks in my head.
So is it like a little anvil on top of a bigger anvil?
It's like someone's making a sword in my head.
What kind of sword is it? Bastard sword, like a dagger?
I would say it's a long sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you determine that?
Just based on the resonant frequencies of.
I mean, those are also dependent on the material properties too. So like.
It's not a boot flail.
It's certainly not a boot flail.
Like
Yeah, no, the boot flail is made of a bathtub. We know.
That was a whole different character. I don't know how much you knew about the boot flail.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Boris is carrying the boot flail right now.
I think you took it when he died. It's true. You
Yeah.
looted that corpse.
I totally needed that.
Yeah.
I have a heavy flail. I think that's a boot flail. Yeah.
I think that was his main flail, but whatever, it's fine.
No, the boot flail was not my main flail. It was my boot
No,
flail.
but he said he had a heavy flail. I think that was your main flail because
Oh, yeah.
it's a two-handed flail, I think. Anyway, so Bob, you're still up. You can't, even if you try to go to sleep, you can't do it. Something's wrong. And then, like, basically around midnight, like right at the darkest point of the night, the fire begins to talk to you again, Bob.
God damn it.
Is it Boris like to watch this?
I mean, you don't have eyes.
Or see this or hear this?
Yeah, I mean, you can see what he does.
Observe, yeah.
Sure, like there's a fire, and Bob, you're like walking around the camp or whatever, and as you get close to the fire, it begins talking to you again.
Can I hear it over the pinging?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can. But the pinging doesn't stop. It continues as ping, ping, ping. And the fire asks you, why do you delay?
Well, I have to follow the party also.
The party is not your friend. They serve different interests.
But the party is my friend. They kept me alive. At a time when you didn't.
The fire just...
The party will betray you.
That's true. I am concerned about Vors.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
Right.
You can't hear the fire, but you hear him talking to it. That's true.
Yeah, I know. Well, I hear him say, I am concerned about wars.
That could mean anything. You're blind right now. Shut up.
You're concerned for my health, my well-being?
I'm just concerned about you in general, yes.
Why?
You have no eyes.
I can see well enough to kill you.
That's exactly what I'm concerned about.
Go back to talking to the fire.
Yeah, so the fire says...
Wait, no. Vors, can you hear the fire?
Yeah, it's crackling.
Okay.
We know you're having, I know you're having one of your little fireside talks today, Pablo. Like, go serve your master.
God, alright.
Don't put your dick in it.
Alright.
The fire continues and adds that
The traitor needs you. They will betray you.
How can you be so sure?
I am your lord.
and it bellows and crackles.
Are you responsible for this pinging in my head?
Yes.
Alright. And it will stop if I do your bidding.
Yes. None can control the gate. The traitor must be killed.
The traitor must be killed. Fuck. Alright.
Does,
Okay,
does Michael know who the traitor is?
I'll see to it. I will see to it.
Does Michael know who the traitor is?
No, Michael does not know who the traitor is.
Visperthul is the traitor.
Okay. Now Michael knows who the traitor is.
Okay. You should have known it. Anyway,
Okay.
the fire stops talking to you.
Does the pinging stop? God damn it.
No.
God damn it. Alright. Nero, get your ass up.
You gonna wait for his time to wake up, or you gonna wake him
Yeah.
up?
I'm gonna wait for his time to wake up.
Okay. And again, you're amped. You're even more amped than before. It's like a double bump of Zerk now. You're sweating profusely, and the pinging is getting louder.
For as I told you, I didn't want to do drugs today.
So time will pass.
Boris takes out his collection of 17 pornographic Talden quartos and shares those with Bob.
Alright.
I do remember those from somewhere. I don't remember where.
Maybe these will help Bud. It's like they're not
Do you
doing me any
accept his
good right now.
pornography?
What's that?
Did you accept the pornography, Mr. Bob?
Yeah.
and go off to the woods, try to make use of it.
Yeah.
Do it right there.
Yeah, I guess I would.
Okay. Fantastic. Make a fortitude save.
Oh, God.
I think, should that be a will save? It's just you.
I don't know. I think it's more body than mind, but I could be wrong. Yeah, you have a good time. You take a while and you have a good time. You enjoy the pornography, but you get where you're going. And then do you wash your hands or anything before you wake up Nero?
No.
All right, sweet. So it's Nero's time to wake up. Boris is gonna go to bed, and what do you do, Bob and/or Nero?
Nero will wake up and try to remember. He'll try to remember some prayers about duty and Moloch that are appropriate. And he'll basically be mixing those in with his own incantation and trying to cast a lesser restoration on Bob just so that he can get some relief.
That is very good. First off, you would totally know those prayers. And second off, Bob was going to be fatigued for the day because he didn't sleep at all, and that will remove it. So, A+ to you.
Hey!
Hey.
Look at this guy. This guy D&D's.
Bob is going to explain everything that just happened to Nero. Okay, up to and including that we need to kill the traitor.
Do we need to kill the traitor, or does the traitor need to die?
We need to stop the traitor directly or indirectly.
Specifically, do we need to kill the traitor, or does the traitor need to die?
Bob's gonna kill the traitor. I'm going to kill the traitor.
How do I put this nicely?
The traitor needs to die, but Bob...
The traitor might be out of yours, mine, Vors's, and Iwan's weight class.
The traitor needs to die.
I think I can arrange that.
Okay. Well, we must get to it so I can sleep.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. We're planning on going back. I don't know why the impatience. We remove the impediment. We're going back tomorrow.
All right.
Why the impatience? Why does he think that we're going to betray you?
Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
He said everything up to, so I assumed.
Okay.
That.
Yeah. He didn't specify why he believed that you would betray me. He just said y'all would betray me.
Did he say anyone? Nero covers his mouth as he says this. Did he say anyone specifically would betray you?
No. But I told him that I feared a specific person.
Maybe next time ask specifically who, and don't speak it out loud.
Okay.
We'll see what we can figure out. I have a plan.
All right. Would you like to share the plan, or should I just trust in Nero?
Do you think that you can beat me?
At what?
If it came down to you or me, to the death, do you think you could beat me?
Probably not. No.
Really? I would argue the opposite.
I think I could murder you with a hammer, but also I think you would play 8-dimensional chess and murder me.
That's possible, but I don't think I could stop you.
Somehow, cut off my arm and make it sentient and murder me.
I don't think I could. That's more Iwan's thing, but I don't think I could stop you. I'm not going to betray you.
Okay. Just while we're here, real quick, let me do a one of those.
Do you suspect Nero of lying to you?
I mean, I'm just squinting at him right now.
He vomits when he lies, just for the record.
Do I look physically ill while you glare at me?
Yeah, you glare at him, but again, he is shackled by the chains of hell to tell the truth and things of that nature.
No, you don't look like you're lying right now. Bob just squints at you.
I have no plan to betray you.
All right. I believe you now.
All right. So it's Nero's time. He does his little prayer with you, and he does his other morning prayers. And everybody heals their level in hit points. So I'm gonna go and just do 9 in case anybody still needs hit points. And Redford's is still down 4, but I guess that's okay. Everybody else is good. So nothing happens during Nero's watch. You'd never do sleep, Bob, but when Nero prays with you, and he specifically prayers to Moloch, and he wishes you goodwill, and you do feel as though you have gotten a full night's sleep. So the Zerk thing has gone down from a 2 bump down to you can feel like just kind of a 1 bump Zerk going on now, and you feel as though you've rested, but the dinging never stops. The anvil in your head is not stopping. But you have no penalties today for not sleeping, which is pretty great.
While I've got you, at some point, I might slide you this sword to change. Devils are notoriously resistant to fire, not necessarily to electricity. The sword might be a better option at some point.
Okay. Okay. Bob will use the sword, I suppose, if I have to.
I'll have it. If you need it, we can always slide it to you. It's not a big deal.
Okay. That'd be perfect.
Your mace is like a holy Moloch mace, for what it's worth. I know, like, weapons are... what he says is true, and he doesn't lie to you. But your weapon was forged by a very powerful servant of your god. And your armor is decorated in Moloch shit, too, if that ever comes up.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay, so Nero's watch goes by without any problems, and now it's morning. Everybody's up. You guys are having quick breakfast of whatever Vors could hunt while blind, and whatever rations you brought. And you guys are heading out to the fort, or are you guys doing anything else before you go?
No. Nero probably looks the least sickly you've ever seen him, and is ready to go.
All right. Then yeah, and Vors, you have Warhorse too. You rescued him, and I guess you'd bring him with you. So are you riding the horse when you go towards the fortress?
Fuck yeah.
All right. And everybody's cool with the fact that Iwan has a Lamasu and a Angel again. You guys are... No one cares? That's Iwan's thing.
Just meet.
All right. And Azimag is gone already. She's kind of just hanging out in the background, but she's gone. She left hours ago, like while you were walking to the campsite before we even got there. And you guys are going to walk back. So I'm not even going to move you off this map. I'm going to leave you here. So, but you leave, you come back, and you find it much the way you left it. When you arrive, I'm just going to zoom out real big, you see just the corpses all over the place. You dragged a lot of the stuff that you specifically killed into the forest. Nero had an earth elemental drag a bunch of the loot underground to hide it. But when you come back, nothing has changed, and you don't see anybody manning any of the towers. You don't see anything like that. It seems like whatever the gods were true when they answered that you had dispersed the glorious reclamation here.
Nero banters with Iwan as they approach the gate. He seems sort of nervous that he keeps saying there's got to be something we're not prepared for, and just continues along with her.
Is he, like, what specifically? Or is there something you're worried about? Or just in general, like...
There's got to be something. Like the darkness. We weren't prepared for darkness. I have a solution for that now.
As do I. So, I mean, I'm sure there's... You can't prepare for everything, but you just blast it into shit, and then... right, that's what we do.
Mm.
And we'll send our, meat in first, so...
Mm. Fair. All right, well, let's continue.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so you guys get up to here. Basically, you walk past the. I assume you're walking the whole way. You're not like flying or anything like that. But you walk across the bridge. I think the bridge is actually broken, so you have to just get across the water. That was not too hard, though. It's not a rushing stream or anything like that. And you walk up this hill, and again, it goes up. I think I said like 200 feet or however high it is. It's very sheer cliff here, but the walkway is pretty easy to get up. And again, you just see this place. It's littered with corpses, Glorious Reclamation and devils. Far more devils than Glorious Reclamation. Before you guys have shown up, it seems like they were doing a decent job of killing devils that were sent out of this thing to stop them. And when you get up to the section you are at, that's where Viona Kadarius came from. And let me see if there's anything to say about this place. This is the Inner Bailey. Mounds of dirt, debris, and loose stone litter this open courtyard, which is bordered on all sides by the crumbling walls of the fort. To the northeast, chunks of rubble have been moved to reveal the entrance to an interior of a massive ruined tower, blocked by double doors. Yeah. So basically you see 2 double doors, and it looks like there's a bunch of rubble that was in front of it that has been cleared out somewhat recently. And that's all you see. What's the plan?
Head in, suppose.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tap myself with the wand, the mage armor wand first, because that lasts for an hour or something, right?
An hour a level, and if it's a wand, it's 1 hour, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So you go in, and the first level is basically just like a winding staircase that goes down. So you actually loop around, you begin to loop around, and I assume you're just going to walk until you see stuff?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So you actually make 2 full loops, and you're going down at a decent grade. So you believe that you're like, you know, maybe 30 feet into the stone, because then you went up 200 feet, now you're going down 30. And then I'll take you to a map. Are you going to leave the horse outside? Because it's a pretty narrow corridor. Or are you trying to bring the horse inside?
No, I'll tie it up and make sure it has some, like, hay and stuff.
Okay. That's nice of you.
Put it where they had the hippogriffs, probably.
Yeah. They had a bunch of shit going on over there. So here's a map that's going to be all black. Let me know how long it takes to load for everybody.
So is it all black because it's dark?
Well, because it wouldn't be visible yet. Also, it's dark in here. When you get in, like a little past the door, like it's pitch black. There's no lights. So who has torches?
Or blind sight?
Or blind sight. That's correct. Okay, I turned off light, but does Vors have blind sight? Vors has normal sight. Why do you see? Map. Ah, it's supposed to be night. That's what it's supposed to be. All right. Okay. But still, some of you have light. Like, I don't know why. Clear lights on. Oh, Iwan had light. Okay. So who has light? Vors has blind sight.
As we get into the dark, Nero casts light to start, and then we'll summon a Lantern Archon.
Okay, so you're gonna have light on yourself?
Yes. And he basically tells everyone to offer something that you can cover on your person.
What?
Everyone offer up something to the Lantern Archon that you can wear on your person but cover.
Okay.
Because the Lantern Archon can cast Continual Flame, is what you're saying?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
At will. So the Lantern Archon just will cast Continual Flame on a token for each of us, so now we all have light.
That's pretty amazing.
Boris doesn't want it.
Pardon me?
It doesn't help Boris. He's going to pass.
Yeah, that's fine. But that way we can cover it if we need to be in the dark.
And does that light go through magical darkness as well?
I think Deeper Darkness might beat it because it's 4th level, but it beats Standard Darkness.
Okay. So maybe I don't even need to have the spell prepared that I had. I'll just take a different 4th level instead then.
So 4th level would beat deeper darkness. So like higher level things can possibly do that. You can always fast study if you need it.
Yeah, this would beat the regular darkness that the tieflings had on you.
Okay. All right. I'll keep mine just in case then.
You know,
Yeah,
you always switch spells anyway.
I can. Yeah, but it's not, and I guess it's not easy to do that in the dark. So.
Sure.
So you have the Lantern Archon for 9 rounds, which is like less than a minute. So do you are you casting it like while you're walking down, or do you want to cast it like as you get to the next pair of doors here?
Just as we get to the dark, like as we're going down the stairs, let's say.
Okay, so it's going to be here, and then it's going to not be here. So it's just gonna poof out. It's going to give you all continual flame.
Nero conspicuously uses a holy symbol of Iomedae for such light, and then tucks it under his shirt around his neck.
Did you do that plainly, visibly for everybody? See?
Yep.
Is everybody okay with that? got some Iomedae haters out there. And he's not just doing that for show. That's one of the gods in his little pantheon.
Boris fails to notice. Okay.
Are you putting it on the undead as well? Are they lit up?
No, just because I don't think they'd be able to cover up, and they could see no problem in the dark.
And it looks like I forgot Redford, so I'll go grab him.
And for what it's worth, worship of Iomedae via the God Claw doesn't really bother Iwin that much. It's only when it's like only Iomedae that it's a problem, obviously. So.
That's handy.
Well, I mean.
Oh, right, Redford is there. He's here.
Nero doesn't bother her, right?
I don't know. He's
not trying to give her the boot everywhere she goes. So.
This is true.
Okay.
That's true.
That's the only reason she cares.
All right. So as you're walking through the dungeons, the hallway you walk through and the rooms you see here, the ceiling's about 8 feet high. The floors are like flagstone, but they're pretty beat up, and you can tell that like this is there's cracks in the walls and other things that give you indications that this is a very old fort and has been damaged or collapsing for a while now. Everything's unlit. You see some sconces on the wall along the tunnels you're in, but all of them have not been used in forever, as far as you can tell. Lots of stuff like that. Lots of cobwebs. So you get to this room here. You get to the bottom of the stairway, and you open a pair. Well, I guess the double doors were actually already opened because people were going in and out. And you approach this room. Cracked stone column supports what's left of the crumbling ceiling in this wide foyer. A flight of stairs descends to the east, and a long hallway continues to the north. Ahead, 2 doors provide access to the chambers. So you see there's 2 doors. There's a stairway going up, and there's other doors down there. And I'm going to change the music up before I forget, and we play a whole session without music.
So the staircase to the east is not the one we came down. Is that what you're saying?
No, you came through these doors, and the staircase going east is going further down.
Got it.
What would you like to do?
Start opening doors.
I assume that probably where we want to be is the bottom, but I'd rather not have something coming up behind us. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically put let's just say you're walking through the door now. So everybody is like technically over here behind the door. So what's your traditional order? Like who's in front, who's in the middle, who's in the back?
Komasu is probably in the front.
I'll clear some space behind so you can actually organize yourself a little bit. Like that. So you want the Lamasu in the front?
Unless anybody has any objections, that's what I would vote
Did you
for.
want to be in the front, Mr. Vors?
I would be right behind Lanny.
Sorry?
I'd be behind Lanny
Okay.
because I don't have like trap binding or any of that like road nonsense.
Okay. And Nero, do you want to be behind the Lamasu too or further back?
Probably a little further back. Probably like 3rd line.
Okay. Bob, where do you want to be, Bob?
Either, I guess next. I mean, probably closer to the front, but it's okay.
Okay. And I guess I'll leave the undead around Iwan like that, ish.
You can just put them behind, make them the back line.
Okay. They're not going to be visible, but they're behind you. We'll just say they're behind you, but right now they're there.
Yeah, I can't. I put myself too far back and can't see any. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's like
It's fine.
there you go. Okay, so that's how you're walking down, and the Lamasu is bounding into the place. And as he crosses the threshold and he gets between these two pillars, you hear the sound of barking. Very deep barking, and you hear lots of it, as if there are 6 dogs that have been alerted to your presence. And we will roll initiative.
Or 2 3-headed dogs.
This guy. These. The Lamasu won initiative. And make a perception check, Lamasu. You do see that there are 2 3-headed dogs running down the hallway. And they got to hear they were barking at you. And you can go, Mr. or Mrs. Lamasu. It was a boy before. I don't know what it is now.
Okay, well, Lamasu doesn't really know any better and is going to just bound in and start just doing what he does. So let's say he goes for the one on the right, number 2.
He had to move
Yeah,
more than
okay.
5 feet, so he only gets the first attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the one on the right, Cerbra 2. And here's a little piece of art, if you care.
How do I make it loop?
You right-click it and you hit loop. Yeah, it's only like a 3-minute thing, so it's gonna.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. So again, you only get the first claw, not even 2 claws. Once a single attack. So you got a 19 on the one on the right, and that is a hit for 13 damage. And they don't have any special things, so yeah, 13 damage it is. All right. Cerbri 2 goes, and this is the Lamasu, so it's going to bite the crap out of you. Your AC is a 13. So those are all going to be hits. Boom, boom, boom for 15, 19. And
Yep.
they all hit, so he gets a rend attack. And if he had 3 bites, he does an extra 11 damage. So you watch as this thing is, like all of the heads at once are like boom, 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 and there's kind of ripping and tearing. And as one grabs, the other one comes in behind it and tries to tear off what the other one is holding still. And as it lands 3 bites in a row, it just takes chunks of the Lamasu away. And you have DR slashing, right? But bites are
correct.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're just ripping chunks of Lamasu away. And that's its turn. And Nero, you get to
Nero is going to. Which is the Cerberus that attacked?
the right one, the one that was bit. That the Lamasu.
Nero will cast Divine Favor and move.
Ooh, divine favor. You gonna do stuff? Look at this
He's gonna try.
Look at this guy. Okay, so you cast the spell Divine Favor. I'll give you like a little secret bonus. And that's it. That's your whole turn.
That's it.
Cerbri 1 goes, and he sees the Lamasu is getting torn up, and he sees Nero. He's going to say that 1 to 4 is the Lamasu, and 5 and 6 is Nero. He is choosing... roll dice. Nero.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so he's going after you, Nero. You have a 24, so that is a hit, a miss, and a miss. So he hits you for 8, and because he only got 1 bite off, his rend does not go off. And that's it for that. You also feel something odd when you get bit, so go ahead and make a knowledge check, see what you know about Cerberus is for Cerebri. Vors. Vors is moving. Vors is throwing a dagger.
Is that really what's going on? You're throwing
I
it
think he hit the wrong button. Or are you throwing a...
What the fuck?
That's actually pretty good.
Oh, I didn't. Fuck. I did not mean to throw the dagger. I thought my long. I thought my longbow was the first one. Bow.
Yeah, okay. So this is your... did you have to move, or did you only move 5 feet?
I 5 foot steps.
Okay, yeah, so you get your hold. This is your double
This
attack.
Yeah, that's my
19
minus shot.
is a hit. You also have point blank shot because you're close enough, so that's a 20. and you hit for 37 damage. And it's still up.
Exactly. Yep.
Continue.
And those are both hits for 35 and 37 because of the point blank shot. And that is bleeding to death on the ground. And get the Reaper on it. Nero, you know that the weird feeling, you have this like weird tightness and this kind of like tingly feeling where he bit you, and you know that these creatures, they're used to keep souls in hell, and they have like a dimensional anchor effect. Like, so the thing you did to Rosalago, when they bite you, you're like tethered to this place, this plane. You can walk around freely, but like you can't shift over to hell or to heaven or anything like that.
For a long time? Do I know?
That's a good question.
Probably doesn't matter. It's probably not a long time. But anyway.
Not a long time. Okay. So that was Vors. That's all your attacks? Yeah? Yeah. Redford.
Redford's gonna just delay for Island.
Okay. Robert, the Zoo. Do you want them off initiative and they're all gonna act on your turn, or...?
I mean, the Lamasu's not because he's up ahead, but
Okay.
the other two will.
Okay, so I'll just remove Redford and go with you. Robert, the Zoo.
Well, if I can't even move that far. Shit.
It's true, you can't. You can charge, but it's straight line. You can't like stop in your allies. So, yeah, you can't get there.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna I'll double move to here.
Okay. So you move in, toe to toe with the giant three-headed dogs. Also, all the flesh on the dog has been removed. If you look at the handout, you can just see like all of the sinew and the muscle.
Ew.
Their skulls. They're just gross. And they're barking. And what are you making knowledge check for, Mrs.
I just kind of want to know, like, you know, what's their deal? What weaknesses do they have? And I'm assuming that they're like devils or some sort of like outsider, not an undead.
Correct. They are evil outsiders from hell. They are not specifically devils, but devils do use them, like I said, to kind of keep guard in their prisons and to keep souls from escaping. They are the mythical watchdogs of hell. You don't know much about their weaknesses. You assume that they're resistant or immune to fire based on what they do and where they're from, but you don't know much about anything else. Nero knows a bit more. Nero knows that they don't have any damage reduction or anything like that. It's pretty much just beat on them until they're dead. Nero also knows that in addition to that bite effect they have where they bind you places, they also have the scent ability, which is particularly good against undead. Like, they have a bonus to tracking undead.
Okay. Well, I don't want to really spend any of my spells yet, so I'm just going to use my magic missile wand. It's a caster level 5, so I think that's just three 1d4s, right?
Yeah, 1d4 plus 1. And 3 of them.
Right. Okay.
I'm the one that's still awake. 8.
Yeah.
10. Alright. Alright, so boom, boom, boom. It takes the damage.
And I'll start.
Deads go,
Yeah. So he can go 40. I guess you said how high is the ceiling here?
8 feet. So you can't really fly over someone else here. It's not
Okay.
Not even 10 feet.
That's fine. He'll get over there, and Redford's gonna hang out behind the island.
And this is a door, just so we're clear.
Right.
Alright, top of the order, Lamasu. You got eaten up a bit, but then the thing died. Or it's dying. You get your full attack now. That is a miss, a hit, a miss, a hit. So 14 and 7 is 21. Those are big hits.
Threat on the wing.
The last one's a threat.
Okay, so I'll do the 14 and go ahead and see if you can confirm that. That is a confirmed crit against Cerebi. And you got an 18 and there's like a 5 and a 7 is a 12. Alright, it's still standing, but pretty beat up. That's it for that. Cerebi 2 goes, it's dying on the ground. Wrong button. It continues dying on the ground. And Nero.
Nero starts talking to the dog.
What do you say?
He starts basically issuing commands in Infernal about backing down, and he's trying to gauge what the dog's response is. But that doesn't stop him from swinging his mace at the dog.
The dog is not agreeing with you. He's still barking at you. He was snapping at you last round, and he's still barking at you, and your words seem to have no effect on him. But you are aware that they do understand. They cannot speak, but they do understand Infernal. You know that.
Fair enough.
But you're not calming them at all.
+3 to each of those.
All right. It's a hit and a miss, and the damage is +3 also, or what?
Correct. Yeah, Divine Favor.
Great spell. All right. So you do 9 damage. You smack him with a mace. Bad dog. You go again. It goes, and it really wants you. So now you are.
Does the flaming mace do fire damage?
Sorry.
Does the flaming mace do fire damage?
It does.
But they're from hell, so I can just go fuck myself.
That is correct. You can roll it anyway. Yeah. So it's gonna go now, and it really wants to eat you. So I'm gonna say you're 1 to 5, and 6 is the Lamasu in case it changes its mind. It chooses you. So that is a hit, a miss, and a threat. So the third roll is a 24, is a confirmed crit on you, Nero. Alright, so that is 8 and 13 for 21. And then it gets a 2-bite rend on you.
They didn't hit twice.
It did, the 23 hits. Oh, does the 23 not hit? Oh, I'm sorry. Then you
It's
don't,
okay.
you get 8 back. I'm bad. Yeah.
That's okay. No worries.
24 AC over here. Well, wow. Yeah, so it bites you once and does not get a rend, and that's it for. And it's barking the whole time. It's making a real ruckus. Lors.
You should have run. You should have run while you had the chance. You should have opened it.
A 15 is a miss, even with point blank shot. 27 is a hit, and a 22 or 28, 23 are both hits. For 18, it's 36, 38 damage. Yeah. That one is also bleeding death on the ground. They are not dead yet.
I would destroy them.
Bob, you get to go before I win if you want.
Yeah.
What?
Well, no.
You can do stuff to dead things too, or dying things for bonuses.
Yeah. All right, Bob. I guess 2 is dying, right? So let's.
Both of them are dying.
Is 1 not dead already? I thought Grim Reaper meant dead. Anyway.
Sorry, no. Well, Grim Reaper means dying. I just put the wrong one out. So these are both dying.
Oh,
They're
all
bleeding
right.
death on the ground, both still breathing.
All right. So what Bob would like to do is pick up both of them and put them on the tip of the hammer.
They're pretty heavy, but okay, keep going.
Do you want me to make a strength check?
No, it's carrying things is just carrying. There's no. They are 200 pounds each.
You don't think Bob can lift 400 pounds?
Yes, I don't.
All right, Bob.
Go on.
Bob picks up one of them then on the tip of the hammer,
Okay.
and he arranges it such that like the head of the thing is like on the face of the hammer while he's holding it horizontally.
Uh-huh.
And then he runs at the wall as fast as he can to smash the thing into the wall and blow it up.
Okay. I thought you were gonna like do something to it other than just mutilate the corpse. But okay. Yeah, so you mutilate one of the corpses. And you do it, and the hammer goes almost clean through it, and you shatter the bones, and you can tell that it was very much injured and dying. Alright, so Iwin, you're gonna do anything with the other one? You didn't use a spell yet. Do you get anything else from eating souls other than spells back?
I get the arcane reservoir points.
Fair enough.
But these aren't as interesting to her, so she doesn't really do it with them.
Alright.
She is, however, gonna tap some damage things with Infernal Wands.
Okay, let's stay in initiative for now since we're exploring a dungeon. So you're gonna walk up to your Lammy and heal it with an Infernal one?
Yeah.
Alright. So it's gonna get 1 on... We'll do it on its turn because it's easier to remember.
Okay.
So you walk up, you have to actually be touching it, I think. Or is it ranged?
Yeah. I think it's you got to touch it. So
So Lammy gets a hit point. I'm gonna give him like an Inferno buff or something. It's a holy book. Try to remember. From round 3, I'll do. Alright, so the Lamasu goes. And there's still like a dying thing in front of everybody. Does anybody care? Is the Lamasu gonna kill it, or are you gonna keep it away from the Lamasu?
no, Lamasu's not good. No. Well, so actually, Lee goes. So
Yes, correct. Lee and Redford.
basically, Island will ask the party, are we going in the door or are we going down the hall? Any preferences?
Well, does the hall? Is there anything else in the hall? The hall ends, yeah.
You see doors here, here, and here. And there's also doors here and here.
I think we pick a
Okay.
door.
So
Oh,
should I
door.
send Lee through the door that he's in front of?
If you'd like.
Yeah. All right. And he goes.
Is he just gonna
So-
can he do doorknobs, or is he just kind of just throw himself into the door?
I don't know. You tell me, GM. Can he do doorknobs?
I would say no. I don't think they're smart enough. They're not intelligent undead. I don't think they can do. I mean, they can use weapons though, so whatever. Fine, yes, they can do doorknobs. The door is unlocked, so I will open it.
Bob, I'm all for sacrifice for gain, but you're just making a mess.
No.
No, you are. All right, so you can see a little bit, and so Lee's going in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lee doesn't have light, but they have dark vision as undead. Is that true?
I think so.
Yes.
I'll give it dark vision. Lee walks in. Lee sees something, but Lee can't convey that to the party, as far as I'm aware.
Right.
But you notice that Lee is reacting to something in there.
Okay. Well, Lee has the order to pursue, so whatever he sees, he's going to go after.
Okay, so you only moved 5 feet to get in the door. It's a move action to
Yeah.
open the door.
Right.
And then you have, how fast does he fly?
40 feet, I think.
40 feet? Okay. So he can get 35 feet. So you watch, he's going to fly in. He gets to there. So he disappears into the thing. You watch as he reacts to something and then moves. And,
Okay.
and let's see if the thing notices him. Probably. Secretly. Yep. Alright, so you hear something hissing inside. And he's, what is the meaning of this? And then it's going to act. And you hear it's talking in Infernal, and you hear the sounds of someone casting a spell. You can make a spellcraft check to see if you know what those sounds are about.
I will.
Redford gets to go too before Belamos goes.
Oops. That was not what I wanted. Should I make it secret? Do I make
No,
it
you
open?
can make it public, it's fine.
Nero sucks.
I'm pretty sure Iwan knows, but it doesn't matter if Iwan knows. Doesn't matter if Iwan knows, Nero knows is what I mean. Identify a spell being cast is 15 plus the spell level. Yeah, you both very obviously know that it is summoning.
Okay.
There is a summoning spell happening in the other room.
Or
Okay.
or disrupt it.
It's Redford's turn.
Yeah, Redford's going to go in there too. So he's got 60. So he goes in, and then that's 30. So take him as far as he can go. Also.
And he is set to pursue as well.
Yeah.
Redford, confused, looks back at you, Iwan, and he's acting as if he doesn't see anything.
Interesting. Okay. Well, then she just directs him to lumber forward a little bit and just get out of the way.
All right, and then it's the Lamasu's turn.
Well, Lamasu can't fit in there, I don't think.
You
so.
can squeeze. It takes like double movement to move through it, and there's penalties if you're squeezing for a long time. To your
She's-
stuff.
She's just gonna have him stay and hit
Heal up.
anything if he sees. Yeah, heal and guard the back, basically.
All right, Nero of House Nero.
Nero will go in.
and rotting bookshelves stand in various states of disarray throughout this chamber. Books, scrolls, and miscellaneous papers are scattered across the floor, giving them the appearance of a ransacked old library. You move inside, and you see nothing. Again, if you click on yourself, you can see what your character can actually see. Try your best not to act to things you can't see. But you walk in the room, and you do not see anything as well.
Do I hear something speaking?
Yes, there's something over here. It's, I imagine it's still casting its spell, but it's somewhere over here.
We don't have to fight, Nero says in perfect Inferno. We don't have to fight. We're not here for you.
It doesn't interrupt its spell casting. You would know that interrupting your spell casting to talk might ruin the spell if you're summoning. So it does not interrupt its summoning, but you can hear it like whispering, or I guess it has to call out loudly. It's thing. So you're gonna run away?
No, Nero. I'm just finding out how much distance I used. So Nero basically moves to 30 feet and will cure light wounds.
Okay, you can do that. And you're sitting next to a library with a bookcase, and you see lots of tomes of Chelish law and things of that nature.
No fire. No fire in here.
All right. The Cerberus is dead. I don't know why.
All I heard was fire in there.
I heard fire in there. Vors.
I hear it. I don't see it.
What do I not see?
Fair enough.
What are you asking? Sorry.
What do I not see?
You don't see anything.
Right. That's I don't see anything ever.
Correct. You don't see anything where you are, though. You don't sense anything where you are.
You just hear a voice.
You hear a voice, yes. You hear a voice further north. But where you're standing right now, you can't see. Remember, your blind sense only goes out so far.
Yeah, you're at 60 feet.
You have 60 feet? I thought you had the smaller one.
No, you said I had 60.
Okay. Then you sense something. You sense over here a large creature. A large bony creature in the corner behind a bookshelf casting a spell.
Is it like all bones?
You believe it to be all bones. The way the sound is reverberating off the room and stuff like that, you believe it sounds skeleton-ish.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot anyway. I guess I have to come here. Wait, how tall is this bookcase?
Taller than people, like 6 feet, 7 feet.
Okay, so I come to here.
Okay.
Then I'll shoot it.
You get one arrow. Just the first
Yeah. Wow.
one. That is a miss.
Too bad.
So you miss. You go right. You go right past where, like, you think it was fairly close. Like, you watch as your arrow. You watch with your sound vision or whatever it is, and you believe it just narrowly dodged it. It is behind a bookcase, so that might have helped, but you missed. Robert, the Zoog.
Well, I heard fire in that room. So Bob will just go in here, and that's it. Hey guys, what's going on? That's it. That's all I can do.
Alright, I win.
You can double move. He's over in the corner, Bob.
What's that?
Boris points over to this corner and says he's over there, Bob.
That was a double move, though. That was 30 feet from me.
It's
Yeah,
40
40
feet is
feet.
double for you.
Oh, well, then.
Iwan's moving.
So that's darn it. So that's more than one move for her already. Yeah, she'll come over here. I can't cast a spell because I double moved, so I'll wait.
Your undead gets to go though.
Right.
Lee also doesn't see anything anymore. Again, he reacted very much as though he saw something was pursuing it, and now he looks confused.
Okay. Well, she tells him to come, maybe, let's say, there.
Okay. top of the order, and the invisible thing is going. Right. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. That's
That's not.
big enough. Let's see. Yep. Alright, so you watch as right to the left of Nero, a bone devil appears. Bloop. And as the casting stops, Nero, you hear something hissing say, "But I want to fight." And the bone devil roars at everybody who has that feat, right? Yeah, so everybody make a... he makes an intimidate check. Right, that's how that works.
Oh, does he?
He does. He does. And it's your hit dice plus your wisdom modifier. I'm pretty sure that beats everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are all afraid. 'Cause the undead aren't afraid. But-
Shaken?
Shaken,
Or
sorry,
afraid?
yeah, shaken. Go ahead and give me a... what is it? A will save, one of those.
Then good.
Yeah, you're all still afraid. Bob and Iwin, you believe something is wrong with this bone devil. This doesn't seem right to you. You don't understand what's happening, but you're still afraid of it. And that's the bone devil's turn. Lammy. Lammy's just passing.
Lemmy's healing. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry, he's shooting. He's shooting. Hero.
Nero's gonna withdraw.
All right.
Should we also withdraw Nero, or you just?
Well, he didn't want to be toe-to-toe with the horrible thing. Vors.
Is that the only thing I don't see?
You still see a thing up here. You still see this, and you think it looks exactly like this thing. Actually, Vors, you're not afraid, Vors.
Ah, nice.
You're not afraid. In fact, Vors, you don't think there's anything over here at all. You don't understand. You heard the scream, but you don't sense anything over here. You still sense something over here.
Bitch.
Alright, so I shoot the thing. I still don't see.
Yep, it's still behind the bookcase. Go ahead and do your shootings.
Is there any way that I can move to where I'm not yet?
Yes, you think if you were over here, like above this door, that yes, you would be able to see. And I'm gonna put over here. This is a handout of the bone devil, if you care.
That would be scary if I could not see it.
Oh, yeah. But again, you get a visual, not a visual, but you get a sense of what it looks like, and it's it's large with bones and bony wings, stuff like that. All right.
So I 5 foot step and I shoot it.
Okay. So you're not gonna move over here to get around the cover, or you're just gonna shoot it from where you are?
What are you talking about? The cover?
It's behind a big bookcase over here. It's like it's hiding in this corner, you think. So
There's
you have
no
to walk
bookcase
over
there.
here. It's a giant like, bookcase or table, whatever. It's hiding over here. It's using this for cover. So you'd have to walk.
Alright. Alright, so I guess I come this way.
All right, and then you shoot it. So you get one good shot again. And a 26 is not good enough. Are you within 30 feet? You are. So you have a 27, and that is good enough. So you hit it for 17, and it takes 7 damage.
18?
Yes, you're correct. And it hisses and seems surprised that this archer is shooting it.
So the other people can see the arrow sticking out of it now, I presume?
I'd say yes, sure. So you guys have an idea. If you make a perception check, you can notice it. That's Voice's turn. Robert, the Zoob. walk up and you swing at it, and you miss. But as you're swinging at it, you notice that it's not dodging correctly. It doesn't seem to be moving the way you'd expect a devil to move, and make a will save.
It's not what correctly?
Moving correctly, like it's not dodging as you would expect it to be dodging. So go ahead and make a will save again. Yeah, you're pretty sure this is an illusion.
Alright, I shout to Nero, I'm pretty sure this is an illusion.
But not to everybody else.
There's
Everybody else,
there's
don't.
There's nothing there, Bob. Leave it alone.
Alright, so that was your turn, Bob. Iwan.
All right. So, well, I guess let's.
The thing we want is over in the corner, guys.
Yeah, let's have.
There's an arrow sticking out of it now.
So her minions are going to go first. She'll direct them to. So, can she just tell Lee to go over into the corner and hack? Does that work?
Yes, but he has to basically make a perception check to guess the right square. Well, I guess. Yeah, so basically he'll move over there.
Okay. Yep.
And he needs to make a perception check, and then it still has concealment. So make a perception check. It is invisible, so it has a plus 20 to its stealth check. My stealth check.
So I mean, doesn't yeah.
Yeah. So you don't really see it. So he walks over, and he can't place the square. He can't figure it out. So he swings around and doesn't hit anything. The thing easily, nimbly dodges it. And Redford.
Redford is going to step in front of the archer. Maybe let's say there, and hold this position.
All right.
Iwan. So Iwan is going to. Let's see. Do I have? Yeah. So, and let me just make sure that I put this one up because I think I put it up. Yeah. All right. So she's going to cast this handy level 2 spell. That one.
It lasts forever too.
Yeah.
Okay. You can just see invisibility as far as you can see. Yeah, within your range of
I
vision.
believe so.
Yeah. So I'll just reveal that it's here. Again,
It's
I'm gonna put it
for.
here.
It's 10 minutes per level, just in terms of the timing. So.
Oh, it's in the corner.
Yes.
Bob still can't see it.
Did you already move?
I did not already move.
Did you
I
move
think
it?
she'll. Yeah. There. Yeah. Okay. That's it for her. So she'll also, I guess now that she can see it, can I do a knowledge check to make sure she knows what it is?
Sure.
And then she can convey whatever information to the group.
You know surprisingly little about these things. I guess you rolled high enough to know what their name. This is a bone devil, or they're called ocelufs. But you know very, very little about them.
Okay.
You're pretty sure they can fly and they have magic, and they probably have standard devil resistances, but you don't know a whole lot. Vors knows absolutely nothing about these things. Nero knows anything he wants to know about these things.
I assume standard devil stuff.
Yeah,
Immune to
standard
fire,
devil, immune
immune
fire,
to whatever.
They resist cold and acid. They are immune to poison. They have a very high spell resistance. They have DR. You have to have good aligned weapons specifically. And they have a bunch. They can fly magically, not with the bony wings. They have a bunch of spell abilities relating to teleporting and anchoring things. They can do illusions like you've seen. They can cast spells. They can have a quickened invisibility, so they can disappear after they attack things and stuff like that. And there's a chance they can summon more of their kind if this was bound here and not summoned.
Okay.
So that was Iwan's turn, and then it's the Bone Devil's turn. And the Bone Devil is going to go. He's going to fly, as I said he could. Over this, he squeezes. He only move half speed, but he still gets to here. Speed is what? 60 feet. So, yeah, so he can get there. And he is going to cast a spell. And when he does, he is going to draw a line like that. And now there is... Oh, can you not see that? I'm in the hidden layer. That's great. Good job, Joe. There is a solid wall of ice appears right there. And it is a foot thick. And it goes from floor to ceiling. And that's his turn. The illusory bone devil does not move, and it is standing in, you can see the wall of ice going like straight through it, and it still tries to pretend to attack Iwan. And none of you are scared anymore. That is wrong. So I'll go ahead and take that off you. But you watch as this thing tries to attack you, Iwan, and its claws go right through you. And pretty much everyone knows that this is not a real thing. I also got off my shelf. Lammy is gonna heal and Nero.
Nero will book it up and swing the mace at the wall of ice and see if he does anything to it.
Alright, go ahead. Smash that wall of ice. You did... Do you still have Divine Favor on?
I do?
So you did 7 damage?
Where is the gold? Where's the standard dice? What are those under?
General Miscellaneous, I think? I'm pretty sure ice doesn't have a hardness. So yeah, you can deal 7 damage to the ice. So on the square right in front of you? That's the plan?
Yes.
Alright, so
And that much fire.
Oh, okay. Does fire do extra? You'd imagine, right?
One would think. I don't know. I've never seen wall of ice, so I'm hoping it's
Does full
illusion.
damage to the wall. Oh, so it's an object, so it takes half damage, but fire does full damage. So your 7 does 3 to it, and your fire does 3. So it does 6 damage. So I'm going to put a little X here, just to remind myself, and note that you have 6 damage there. That piece of wall. It is not cracked. Again, it's a foot thick, and you're making dents in the wall, but it is not gone. So 6 damage on the wall. Alright, Vors, you're on this side of the ice. You sense this wall behind you, and it's very, very cold. You're shooting it? I presume that's your first shot. That is a miss. A 24 is a miss.
25?
25.
Oh, 24, right, because, yeah, right.
So 31 is a hit, and a 28 is a hit. For 31, and you have clustered shots, so the damage reduction only goes off once. So it takes 21, but 23 because of point blank shot. And again, it's not happy. It seems very surprised that A, you see it, and B, that you're hitting it. So you sense it, like it recoils back, and now it's like locked its gaze upon you. And Bobbert, the Zubert.
Does Bobbert see this wall here?
Yeah, it's a big wall of ice. It's very visible in front of you.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna swing it with a fire hammer.
Okay. Swing at it with a fire hammer.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Do it. You hit it. You hit it for 19, but of that 19, you only deal half, so you deal 10 damage, and you deal fire. 16, that's 21 damage. It is still up. You're getting, like, you seem like you're halfway through it, you got a big chunk out of it, but it's
I
still
also would like to intimidate the wall.
Okay. It does not get intimidated. It is ice.
Roll your fire again, because you hit it twice.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh, okay. Sorry. So that second one is actually 25, so you would have dealt another 12 damage, which is 33, and your fire is 6, which is 39. You do crack a hole in the ice.
Great. I would like to direct that intimidate at the Bone Devil then, if I could.
You don't see it.
Alright.
But
Alright.
There's now a hole in the ice there.
Can I 5-foot step through the hole?
Yeah, I'll do it. As you 5-foot step through the hole, the chilling remains of the ice wall deal cold damage to you.
I am literally on fire.
It doesn't count. You're going to take 1d6 plus 12. 1d6 plus 12. Take 18 cold damage. Yahtzee. Alright, Iwan.
So sorry, just to recap. You said, I'm assuming that Nero conveyed some information. So the thing has spell resistance.
High spell resistance.
That's all spells basically, right? This is like
unless
it's
they
not
say
a
spell
damage.
resistance no in the spell check. In the spell description.
Okay. Was there anything that it was particularly weak to, or is it just a monster all around?
It has no official weaknesses. Nothing does double damage to it or anything like that.
I imagine it's probably got good AC and that sort of stuff. There's nothing that there's nothing I can think of that I'd be like screaming, but
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like that. Also,
All right.
something I forgot about that I'll do next round.
So I think what I'm gonna do is swap out my spells, but let me just figure out which one I want to ditch. Fuck, I don't really want to ditch any of those. This is always the problem.
can't you just swap them back if you eat souls?
I can, but yeah, I can. All right, I'm gonna swap out my invisibility for glitter dust.
Okay.
So let me do the arcane thingy for that.
Pretty
It's
sure
this
glitter
guy.
spell resistance no, right? Yep.
So it would be resistant to that too?
No, it's spell resistant no, which means it doesn't apply.
Right. Okay. And do this, and then I'm gonna blast it with the glitter.
Alright. I make a will save, I believe. Is it will?
Let me see. I haven't used this spell with her at all, so I don't even remember what it is.
They
I'll
make a
with glitter, and it goes blind if it fails to save. It's always going, like it's always lit up.
There we go. I have a macro for it actually, so there you go.
nice.
Does that mean it's
Blind.
That's not good. Alright, yeah, so first off it's visible. Whoops. First off it's visible. Second off it's
Oh god,
blind.
there's a bone devil, guys.
Yeah. And it's glowing. You get to pick the color. You want it pink or...
Oh, totally. Yeah, whatever I think is going to be most embarrassing to it.
It's a glowing pink bone devil that appears. So you don't actually see the bone devil underneath it, but you just see, like, imagine a pink shimmering outline of the figure in that handout. And it's blind. You watch as it claws at its eyes, and there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, so that's Iwan's turn. What do you want?
So,
Your,
well, actually, so not entirely, because Iwan's turn has to end with some sass.
Okay.
So, just be like, you had the choice not to fight. You wanted it. This is what you get. And then now that her minions can see, they're going to come over and
Yep.
hit. So
This
probably
guy
not do very.
This guy's gonna smack at you as you come in, Lee, because he has reach and is gonna.
But he's blind.
That's true. Do you not have AOs?
I don't think you threaten if you're blind, but let's see what blind condition does.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack anyway. So 18 is gonna miss him. What does blind do to AC? Is my next question.
Creature cannot see. It takes a -2 penalty to armor class, loses its dex to AC if any, takes a -4 on most strength and dexterity based skills and opposed perception checks.
Then that will
Anything
hit,
that
you'll-
relies on vision automatically fails. Total concealment against a blinded character, so they have a 50-50 miss.
You can't execute an attack of opportunity against somebody who has total concealment, even if you know where they are. Yeah. So basically, you lose AOs because they have total concealment.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that does hit. Basically it's touch AC -2. So yeah. So that 11 hits.
11.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, 11's a good. 11's are well, you got an 18, but yeah, yeah, it's gonna be bad. Redford gets the hit too. So you watch as this thing it can sense that things are nearby and it's kind of like swatting, but not connecting at all. It's no idea where things are. That hits 13, and it's gonna deal 3 damage to it. And that's it for you guys. The Bone Devil's gonna go, and it can hit stuff it's next to.
Yeah, it just has a 50-50.
Yeah. it's gonna pick, I guess, Lee or Redford. It's gonna pick 1 to 3 is Lee, 1 to 4 to 6 is Redford. Chooses Redford, and it's going off on it, Redford. It's biting, it's clawing, it's stinging Redford. Redford's AC is a 19, so that's a miss, a hit, and a hit.
And are any of those like take any penalties for him being blind?
Yes,
Right,
roll.
'cause
Yes.
there's a concealment thing, but
Yeah.
okay,
-4 on strength and dexterity-based skill checks, not to hit.
okay, that would
Yeah,
make
it's-
more
it's ju-
sense.
It's just the concealment, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so there's 3 potential hits there. Miss.
Nice.
So again,
He's a shifty little gnome.
So he roars, and you watch as he tries to bite, he claws, he slices, and his giant tail comes over like a scorpion and tries to sting him. And even though Redford isn't really dodging, he's still just like all the attacks are crashing around him, and the Bone Devil is done. Lammy heals Nero.
Nero is going to watch for a moment.
Alright, Wars. It's blind like you. You have a solidarity with it now. A 26 is a hit, especially because it's super blind now. For 37 damage. It takes 27 of that. And now you hit and hit for another 39, 41. And it doesn't have any DR against that because you have clustered shots. And it's like it's howling at this point. It cannot understand how easily you're doing this. But it is still standing. Bobbert, the Zubert.
It is your boy. Alright.
Delete that illusion.
So Bob's gonna move here to kind of get into a little flank here with Reddington.
This is like a big table. You're gonna jump on the table.
Never mind, I lied. Bob's gonna be here instead.
Okay.
I thought that was a carpet.
Not very clear.
Alright, well then I'm just gonna murder the thing, because, you know.
Yeah, you get 1 hit, your best hit. That's a hit because it's blind. For 24 damage, it takes 14.
Not done yet.
It doesn't care about the fire damage.
Okay.
It's dead, but it would be afraid of you.
Good.
It's dying on the ground. It's not dead. Correction. It's bleeding death on the ground. But it would be afraid of you were it conscious.
Wow. Wake up, Bone Devil.
Yep. And again, just like all the other devils you fought, this is not disappearing. It's not a summoned creature. These are physically here. And that's it. That's it for Bobber. It's your turn, Iwan.
Iwan, I'm gonna have to insist. We're gonna need everything you have. You're going to have to feast on them, whether they're glorious
This one-
reclamation or not.
Yeah, I mean, this one I had to use up a point for, so he could at least give me it back, right? She finds a way to justify what she needs to justify.
Are you gonna
That's
hop
how
up on
she
the
goes.
table?
No, she'll make Redford get out of her way, and then she'll
Okay.
do that here. So,
So you do that, you push him aside, you suck out his soul.
is his hit dice higher? I would assume it probably is,
Higher than you?
right? Or no? Than me, yeah.
He has 10, so yes.
Hooray!
So 2 points. Boom, boom.
Alright.
Sew it
Your
up.
soul, and the Bone Devil is no more. So you are in what looks like a ruined library. We can
So
drop-
just for record keeping purposes, I'm going to use one of those to sub one of my spells back.
Okay.
We can keep it on initiative if you want, but I assume 1 round. So now because I did the sea invisibility already, I'm gonna cash that one in.
Since
And
it's
put
stealth
the-
only smart.
Invisibility one back.
Alright.
Iwan, see if there's anything interesting.
What?
See if there's anything interesting on your side. I'll come around in a moment.
Okay. Like look around for loot, basically.
Right, pretty much. Nero's
Yeah.
gonna close the door and saunter around and eyeball with like a
Can I do like a
detecting
knowledge or
magic.
spellcraft check to have a feel for when that wall is probably going to go away? Is there any
Yeah.
check I can do for that?
Spellcraft would do it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you think the wall will last minutes, depending on how powerful the devil was. Like, basically a minute per level. Is your
Okay. All right. Actually, a shitty roll for me.
Yeah, wasn't much of that. So you guys are going through the ruined library. Iwin, on your side, you start touching some books and stuff, and some of them are so decrepit that as you pick them up, they collapse into your hand, like as dust and just rotten pages. But you do find some magical scrolls. You find,
Oh, wow.
You find one of the cabinets has scrolls of the spell magic, a scroll of sea invisibility. It's 3 scrolls of the spell magic. A scroll of sea invisibility, and you find also a wand of stone shape.
Nice.
With 23 charges.
Okay. Am I the only one that can do stuff with all of that, basically? Right. Nero
Without
can't do
making
anything.
a check, yes.
Right.
Most certainly can't. You can't read.
Right.
Yeah, and just for the record, if you have your blind sight, you can't read. Like, you can sense things and stuff like that, but you look at a piece of paper, it's a piece of paper. You can't
Yeah.
get the ink.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a problem for a Chelish noble, but you'll figure that out.
That's a problem for a future course.
Right? You just have to have a halfling that reads to you that you trust. Yeah, so you find all that. And Nero, near you, like I said, you find a lot of books about Chelish law, but these are all at least like 100 years old. So these are probably outdated, and some of them might even be heretical depending on what they contain. They might have laws that no longer exist and haven't ever existed officially. But you find a lot of books about that. And you find a strikingly large and boring compendium of 500-year-old Chelish legal precedents. With a
Nero's
with a very fancy like bookmark that kind of looks like a pheasant's tail.
Where's the bookmark marking?
You open to it,
Yeah, sure.
and
It explodes.
you don't see anything. Again, you're just quickly perusing it. You don't see anything specifically interesting on that page. You're looking through it, and it just seems like it's not even like the beginning of a case or anything like that. It just looks like some increasingly boring squabble between nobles. And you're just kind of reading through it and don't get anything, no vibe out of it.
Okay. Well, Nero will probably use that in the future. And no, Detect Magic didn't find anything in the room?
The bookmark is magic.
Ooh, then Nero will examine the bookmark.
As you take it out of the book, you realize that it is not the book you thought it was at all, which is probably disheartening for Nero.
Yeah.
But as you take it out, it appears that it is a wizard spellbook.
Ooh. Anything good?
You'd have to show Iwin.
Yeah.
You can't make heads or tails of it. Again, it's a bunch of arcane symbols and text and stuff like that.
Okay. Spellbook island.
Okay.
Nero will basically, if there's a good 100-year-old law book, he'll pick one and stick it in the bag of holding, and then he'll walk around the wall and come up to where the gang is over here.
So are you waiting for the wall to go away, or are you not?
No, he's going around by the door.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna walk around and walk into that door. Okay. Yeah, that door opens too. Spellbooks. What's that? Are you watching an old video of us? That sounds like me. Is that not me? Anyway.
What's that?
I heard someone playing like a video or something. Anyway, it's a spellbook with the following spells. Third, Gentle Repose, Phantom Speed, Vampiric Touch. Second, Command Undead, Fox's Cunning, Resurrection, Protection from Arrows. First, Cause Fear, Disguise Self, Protection from Evil, Silent Image, and Unseen Servant. It appears to be a Necromancer spellbook.
Oh. Isn't
Convenient.
that appropriate?
Yeah.
Well,
Isn't that? Begs the question if that was a guard or a prisoner's spellbook. But yeah, so you go through the rest of the tomes and you don't find anything else of interest. There are lots of, books about actual Chelish laws, but nothing as interesting as Nero thought that spellbook might have been.
So I think not that it matters, but in order to actually get the spells from a spellbook into mine. Like she would have to study it, right? This is like basically, for now, she'd just throw it in her backpack and do it next time she has a break.
Yes, unless your Arcana stuff can do anything crazy. Because you can just, like, I would let you use the spell book. Like, if you wanted to, like, use an Arcana ability to, like, re-prepare a spell or whatever, you can do it. Sorcery. I'd let you read it out of there if you really wanted it.
Yeah, I don't know if any of this stuff is important for this. Something that I don't already have. So I think she'll just, for now, throw it into the backpack and deal with it later.
Okie dokie. Alright, so I guess we'll stay in initiative because it seems to be working well. Let's say you took like a minute to do all that. So Lammy would heal another, start around 3, so do another 6 hit points and he's done. What do you guys want to do now?
Well, I'll quickly tap Bob with a Infernal Wand.
Okay, we'll say that was happening while you guys were doing stuff, so I'll just give them all 10, just so I don't want to manage it.
How many people? Because I have to take that many wands off.
Oh, who else would you want it to have? Nero?
Probably, yeah, Nero.
Oh, you can do both of those, that's fine.
Okay, so I'll take off 2.
Okay. Yeah, so Lammy he'll move up to here. Or I guess he'll stay where he was, he's watching the gate. So you guys, you have this door open, you have this door open. Where are you headed to now?
Who's on initiative? Lammy?
Lammy, yeah, but it's guarding unless you give it another order.
Right, yeah, it's going to hang out.
Alright, Nero.
So, Nero.
Nero's gonna head back out into the hall and get ready to move on when the gang gets there. I'm blind up there.
Yeah, it looks like I didn't give you light. I should have. Give a torch.
Thank you.
No problem. You see 2 doors, one here and another door here. And Nero's astute judge of architecture would make him think this is probably a similar shape to the one. Okay, Wars. Nero walked out. Bobbert, the Zubert.
It is your boy.
Look at this guy walking, clank, 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 clank. I win, and the undeads.
So, Iwan's going to come out. Can we say that she had Lammy move over to the door?
Sure.
Like here, basically. So, because I want to tap him with get him going with another Infernal Wand.
Sure.
That'll be my turn with her.
So I'll say 8 is when I start taking. Okay.
Okay.
And you're undeads.
Right. So let's see, what is his? He can go 40 feet. So he gets here. I'm assuming that we're gonna want our zombie to pop up open the door again.
Probably.
That's true. Bob is in front of it. Although, well, there's always that door.
You just say I moved 5 feet less. That's fine.
Oh, you can be in front of the door. You can let Bob in front of doors sometimes.
God.
You don't have to be. I'm just like...
No, I'll be in front of the door. It's fine.
Well, there's this door too. Maybe we'd do that one.
We can do any door we want.
Yeah, let's do that.
To the left.
Let's do that door.
Oh, so it can fly that far. Oh, it can only fly 40 feet, so no, it had to double over to get there.
Right.
And also move Redford. And assuming
Yeah.
Redford's not doing anything weird, Lammy goes. Lammy heals 1. You want to have Lammy do anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Nero. House Nero.
Nero's gonna wait for the door to fling open.
Alright. Vors of House Ubernus. You're muted.
There's also. I don't know what does boards do. I guess board would like step up here. Yeah.
Alright. Robert, the Zubert.
I mean, I should really just wait for that door to be open.
You're gonna let the undead. You're gonna get out of the way and let the undead open the door.
Sure.
Okay, you gotta step out of the way. It has to be in front of the door. Alright. Iwan. Yep.
Lee pops open the door.
Lee does pop open the door. tool. Let me delete this door. And so I can see push the button. You see a room. So, Vors, you sense a little bit of it. Bob, you see a corner of it. And the undead see a bunch of other stuff. But the little bit that you can see, broken stone blocks and rubble will create an uncertain path through this maze of half-ruined sleeping quarters. Gold coins are scattered across the floor as though spilled from a purse, and several rusty weapons hang from a rack in the corner of the room. And some stuff's inside. Mash a button. And see if they are surprised. They are not surprised.
To see a flying zombie Archon.
They are not surprised. So it was a move action to open the door, and then you're gonna move in.
Yeah. And I mean, he would like go to whatever you choose, right? Because he's undead.
Yes.
Like he goes to something that he sees.
He's going over here. He can't attack it. But he can. So there are two things in here. To see, and I'll give you. I'll put it down here. If you zoom out a little bit south of you guys, there is a handout now. You see burning knights before you. They are dressed in Chelish armor. They have flaming skulls and flaming long spears. As Lee approaches, the burning knight does not stab at him yet because although he wasn't surprised, he hasn't acted yet, so he doesn't get to poke at him. But they do have reach with their spears.
May I come off delay?
Yeah, sure.
Nero's gonna cast Communal Resist Energy.
Okay. What energy pick are you going to pick?
I think I'm gonna pick Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. Yeah, that's. I was thinking that as well. So resist fire. What is it like? Resist 5, 10?
It's Resist 30.
Okay. All right. So Nero moves to the end of the thing. Everybody has resist 30 to fire for like a minute or how long?
I think it's 10 minutes a level. Let me check. But it's divided, so I'm gonna skip the undeads because the undeads can go fuck themselves.
Okay. And is it reach? Like, does it have range?
I think it's everyone. I think I can touch like a bunch of people around me.
What is...
Creature touched.
Yeah.
And you can usually touch like 6. I think it's like you can touch 6.
You have to be next to them though. You can't touch Bob is 10 feet away from you.
Well, but I can cast smack Iwin and then just run down the road, smack on the party.
Yeah,
we'll
as
do
long
that.
as you. Oh, you can move back. Okay, fair enough. You move 15. You move 15. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I'll just
give everybody high fives, magic high
I'll
fives.
just high five the party,
Okay,
and everyone
resistance
gets
to
resist
fire,
energy.
everybody. All right.
And it's gonna last between 4 of us, just shy of 25 minutes.
All right. Burning Knight 2 goes, and Burning Knight 2 is the one to the south.
So does Iwin get to finish her turn?
Yes.
Because that was all. So
That was your undeads. Yes. You didn't see anything inside. I don't think
Right.
Nero saw that either. Technically, whatever.
But so nobody actually saw what was in there.
Correct. Well, Nero walked past now. He would see that.
Force can
Say-
Force can not see it.
Right.
You
Does
see
Nero
a skeleton that you're pretty sure is on fire based on noise.
convey that information?
Yeah.
Okay. So Iron will step up, and can I do a knowledge check on that guy?
Sure, you can. You know that these are most likely grave knights, which are basically someone who was cursed or died in such a horrific way that they were turned into this. And you know that it's basically a cursed suit of armor that creates this undead creature. They are undead, so that excites Iwan a little bit. What else? Based on the story Nero remembered and shared with the party earlier, you believe this was likely one of the prison guards that made a deal with Visperthul to open the portal to hell to quell a prison riot. And then when they weren't happy with the results being that the portal to hell was kept open indefinitely, they tried to fight Visperthul, and he turned them into this. You rolled exceedingly well on that one, better than Nero. An important thing to know is that if you kill these things, they will come back unless you destroy their armor.
how do I think, for example, they might respond to something like this?
They would make a will save. They are intelligence, and they would make a will save.
Okay, well, have him make a will save.
All right. Which one? Burning Light 1?
The one that I can see. Yeah, the one right in front of the. Yeah.
It has failed its will save.
Wonderful. So maybe it wants to come with us then.
You belong to me now.
What?
I said you belong to me now.
Why don't you join us now?
Bob, the pinging in your head gets excruciatingly loud. And you hear the same voice as the fire saying,
Your party will betray you.
and the Burning Knight is under your control.
Oh.
I'll give him a little flag.
Oh boy.
And that's Iwan's turn. And Burning Knight 2 is going to 5-foot step up and try to spear at Lee. It is power attacking, and your AC is a 12, so those are both hits. For 19-18, Lee is a zombie,
Zombie, correct.
and long spears are piercing, not slashing, so his DR 5. So it does 19 and 18, but minus 10.
37, 27,
27 plus 6 is 33.
33. Yeah.
And the Hellfire, so 5 Hellfire. You are an evil creature, so you only take half of these. So you take 1 and 1, which is 2. Take the fire part. Hellfire is part evil, part fire. And that's it. So it stabs you. Lee. And that's it. Lammy.
Larry's just still chilling and healing.
Alright. That's true. Healing. Wars.
So, Ivan, are we killing these? Or are you taking them? What are we doing?
Do you tell the other people that you think this thing is yours now?
Well, I mean, they know, right? She basically said out loud to the thing, like, you're coming with us now. That it reacted by, like, putting its weapon down or something, right?
Yeah. We'll say that it does that, yeah. So, Voris, you see the thing in front of you is seemed to lose its fighting stance.
Iwan says that you can take it down.
Okay. What you do?
Alright, let's see. That is a hit. Are you within point blank shot range? Yes.
I was here.
That is a hit. That is a hit for 39 damage, 41 damage. And they have no DR.
You were shooting at the other one, though, right?
You can't see the other one.
Oh,
Yeah, you.
to be clear, it was not the one I'm controlling.
Okay, then I stop shooting, I guess.
After the first arrow, Iwan says, "What?" Alright. And then it's the Burning Light 1's turn, and it's under your control, so what do you have to do?
So just so we're clear, the party doesn't know that I am in control of this thing.
You're not in control of it. Iwan's in control of it.
Oh, I thought you said Bob was.
No, when Iwan took control of it, you went into excruciating pain.
Oh, fuck.
And it yelled, and your fire yelled at you that your friends will betray you.
Iwan's gonna have it go attack the other one.
It has a long spear, so it can do it from where it is. And it
Okay.
pokes its friend. And those are both hits. And they're power attacking, still both hits. For 19-16 is 35, 40, 42, plus 6 is 48. And they're immune to fire and they're evil, so they're not gonna take that. Fresh question. Does Control Undead have spell resistance? Which I should have asked you before.
I don't know.
It does. Just do roll a d20 for giggles.
Okay.
pretty sure that's probably good enough. What do you add to that? Your spell level and your caster level and your int?
I think you just add your caster level, but
Okay. Well, I'm dumb and it shouldn't have been controlled. But we're playing it because it happened. Alright, so the Burning Knight 1 stabs his friend. That's it. Robert, the zoo.
Can I talk to the thing that's in my head? Can I think? Can I talk to it without talking?
You can think, if that's the question, yes.
But if I think, like, will the voice in my head answer?
You don't know.
Alright, Bob thinks, who is going to betray me?
It does not answer.
Man, alright. Bob's over here.
Yeah.
Smack.
That is not a hit. You've missed.
Well. That means I don't get too intimidated, huh?
That is correct. And this thing is now holding its spear out. You watch as it's like basically readied its spear against Lee over here. And as you come in, it turns to you. It's blazing eyes on fire. Turns to you, and you just see this look of confusion on the skull. Like it's lost in a moment as it looks at you. And roll a d20, and then Iwan will go.
Yeah, fuck.
Okay, Iwan goes.
Okay. Iwan's going to walk in and tap Lee with a infernal healing wand.
Okay. 9. Oh, it will be... Yeah, 9. It's going to instantly go once now because it's axe now. Now you have a little infernal look. Okay, and then your undeads go.
Yep. So, Lee's going to get poked if he moves in, right? So I think I will tell him to stay back. Oh, right. Sure. Why not? So he'll come in and hit.
It is a miss and a miss.
Okay.
And Redford, if you want.
Where is Redford right now? He's outside.
Next to
Yeah.
yours.
Just has him get in front of her. That's fine. Okay. Right, because the other Burning Knight's on a separate... Yeah, so that's it.
Okay.
That's it for that.
Nero. How's Nero?
It's a little crowded. I'm going to delay for a moment while I think about what I want to do.
Alright. Burning Knight 2 goes, and that's the one that's on initiative, and it continues to look at you, Bob, and then you watch it, it's kind of just, it's stunned looking at you, and then it kind of snaps out of it, and it 5-foot steps back, and it's going to try to spear Lee again. With his power attack.
Joe, what's...
Yes, sir?
Sorry, dude, what's the symbol on their armor?
Cheliax.
Okay.
That's a threat on the second one. A 14 is a confirmed crit, so I'm going to use the 3 damage rolls at the bottom. So the first one's a hit for 17, the second one is a crit for 16, 14 is 30.
Hey, y'all, maybe we should not kill these two people.
44. I gotta do all this math for 6s and stuff, so let me separate them again. So 17 plus 6 from the power attack is 23, but you have 5, so 18. And
If you know
it's
something,
dead.
if you know something, say it. Don't. We're not doing cryptic riddles.
Lead collapses with the spear.
Okay.
Maybe we should leave the two Burning Knights alone.
It does
Why?
take... Good, sorry.
Well, they're from Cheliax, you see.
So you want that other one to not die? Because it can come with us too.
I mean, if it's in our control, we shouldn't kill it for sure.
Do you want it to be under our control?
Yeah, why not? Look at it.
So, Bob, you watch as the first spear fells the undead angel thing, and you watch as it looks around. It's raising its spear, and it's looking at everybody else, but its eyes keep coming back to you. Every time it comes near you, it like locks eyes with you for like a couple seconds before going back to the other ones. Brandis, you can steer defensively. Nothing else.
Did we notice that?
You can't even see it from where you are, Nero.
Okay. So
does Iwan notice it?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say you do that because you watch as it's looking around, kind of like bewildered now. And it wasn't like this a second ago, and it's now bewildered and keeps locking eyes with Bob's as its eyes scan the room. And Iwan notices.
Okay.
And it's done. And he's gonna heal. Burning Night 1 goes. Oh, sorry, Wars goes before Burning Night 1 does. Force is inching up. Dun, 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 dun. You can see this now, but it has a lot of cover. You can only see a sliver of it, unless you want to keep moving. Yep, you can see it. I'm gonna get one shot. That is a miss, even with point blank shot. Yeah, that's a miss. And
if you know something, say it.
It has a spear up, it just bats the arrow out of the air as it gets close to it. Burning Night 1 goes.
So I guess I will have it delay to give Bob a chance to address the thing that is looking at him, since she noticed, right?
Yeah. So you're gonna
so
wait.
she's basically gonna wait for Bob to do whatever he's gonna do with this thing that she doesn't understand.
All right. Well, Bob's turn.
Yeah, boy. Bob holds up the hammer to the Burning Knight too. And is there any way that Bob can try to control this thing?
You can roll another d20.
Okay. What am I trying to be here? Oh god.
It's probably more than that.
Yeah, more than that is the answer. So you raise the hammer and you watch its gaze follow it intently, and then nothing happens. It looks at you confused again. It doesn't understand.
All right. Well, can I intimidate it into being a follower of me?
No, it's undead. Undead can't be intimidated. They're immune to mind-affecting stuff. Even intelligent ones.
Would it be receptive to diplomacy?
You can try talking to it.
Would you like to come with us to serve Moloch? No, definitely not.
It looks at you very confused, and you hear like just this billowy, wispy voice like,
Is that a how?
how? Yeah, sorry.
All right. Well, we're gonna go kill the traitor.
He looks confused.
Oh boy. I'm gonna 5-foot step over and whisper to him. It's Vesperthul.
He looks confused. He says, "Vesperthul serves the master."
Nope.
Looks at you confused and does not believe you with an 11.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna have to kill this guy.
All right, so you 5-foot stepped over, and you smack it, and that first one's a hit for 24. You have a magic hammer, so yeah, it's gonna take 24.
He's gonna be in smoke, but he doesn't take the fire.
He doesn't take
right?
smoke damage either, because they're.
Well, that's stupid. You're stupid.
The pinging in your head gets again insufferably loud as you smack down this thing. And that's your turn. Ivan, yep.
Bob's gonna scream to Moloch that this is necessary.
Iwan, you just watched
yeah.
him hit the thing.
Right. So I mean, game on. So Burning Night 1's coming off delay and swiping at it because I can't control Burning Night 1 right now actually.
Why?
Because I don't have control over him.
I see.
Oh, you mean literally?
Oh, yes. That should work. It's not. It's an NPC though, so it's not going to have PC attack buttons. So
Okay.
That's going to be complicated. I can make attacks for you if you want.
That's fine. So yeah, hit him.
Yeah. That's a miss and a miss.
Okay.
And the rest of your turn with the rest of your undeads.
Yeah. So
Oh, Lee is dead.
I don't really want Redford getting poked, so he's gonna hang back. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let this play out. Still, this is fine. I'm just gonna delay.
Nero, you can't see anything in the room.
Nero's gonna step into the room and be confused about what's going on.
You see Bob standing toe to toe with a skeleton with another skeleton behind him. And yeah, and they like he just it seems pretty obvious that he just hit the skeleton, and the skeleton is looking back at him confused.
If
Let's
you
say I
serve-
would. Sorry.
No, no
Let's say I would tap this guy with a wand.
Sure.
It's a better use of return.
All right. That's round 11. Or 12 is when it'll go off on it. So.
Are they servants of Moloch?
Who we got?
Bob?
I mean, this one seems to call Moloch master, but doesn't believe me about Moloch.
Maybe fucking say something.
Well, I did. I whispered to him.
Nero will invoke some sort of prayer to Moloch and say, if you truly serve Moloch, you won't oppose us.
All right. That's probably a better way to do the thing I was trying to do, but all right.
A, make a diplomacy check.
Sure.
He turns to you, and this is the button. I think I actually might have deleted this earlier to hand out. He turns to you, and he asks the same question he asked of Bob. He says, "How?"
If you serve Moloch, then you won't oppose us. You'll stand down.
He doesn't understand.
I mean, don't fight us.
Like he looks at you and he says like, "The master stationed me here. I serve."
You serve Moloch, or you serve the one below? Then we have no quarrel.
And you see him look at you and he's confused. He's believing your words, but he doesn't understand what you mean. And it's clear to you that he believes he's been stationed here by Moloch, and he is supposed to stop people from entering the space. He doesn't understand why he should believe. He doesn't understand why he should let you go.
Look at my hammer, bud.
And he does, and you see he's visibly confused. The fact that he doesn't have skin and muscles in his face. You look at him every time he looks at you. He's just visibly confused. He doesn't understand what's going on here, or why you're fighting, or why you have taken control of his friend.
You're one of the originals, aren't you? One of the soldiers?
He looks at you confused, but nods.
We're here to claim the gate for Moloch.
And he looks at you confused, says, "Moloch controls the gates."
Visperthul has been named a traitor by Moloch.
He turns to you, Bob, and just looks at you.
I told you.
Make one more d20 there, Bob. Hey, there you go. So he looks at you. He glances at the hammer and your armor, and he kneels. He puts his spear on the ground, and he kneels in front of you, Bobbert the Zoob.
All right. Well, get up and come with us. Come on.
I'm gonna put a strong man on him because he's Bobby's buddy. I'm gonna turn that flag to what kind of icon do you want Iwan to be your icon? You want a flag? You want like a eyeball?
Whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. It's fine.
I'm gonna give you an Ankh. So Ankh is Iwan. Strongman is Bob. Bob, you have an undead guy now.
Yes. This is better than the snake.
You're gonna regret saying that like in an hour.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, but yeah, so it's done. The fight is over. You're gonna have 2 undead. What would you like to do now?
Go to the other room.
Can we just quickly peek around this room to kind of, like see if there's anything of interest?
So like I explained before, what's the description of the room? Broken stone blocks and rubble create an uncertain path through this maze of half-ruined sleeping quarters. Gold coins are scattered across the floor as though spilled from a purse, and several rusty weapons hang from a rack in the corner of the room. Are you going to go and pick up all the coins on the floor? You believe there's over 100 coins.
We can come back.
Okay, so you toss the place really quickly. Everybody give me a perception check while you're tossing the place. The weapons rack you look through, they have a bunch of like short swords and bows, but everything is over 100 years old and mostly ruined, nothing magical. Burning night perception checks.
He's intelligent, right? He could ransack the room too.
So, Vors, you're walking through the place, and you're kind of like you don't have eyes, obviously. So you're like kind of like kicking with your feet and feeling things out, and just hearing the way sound bounces off things. And when you get close to one of the a pile of rubble, you kind of kick it, and you can tell that there's something underneath it. So you kick it away, and you find like a floor tile that moves, and there is a small iron key underneath the floor tile.
Boris takes the key.
Okay. And Nero, as you're going through some stuff, you find a footlocker near one of the beds, and there is a journal in it.
Well, he'll start thumbing through.
It appears that this is the journal of the warden of this prison.
Bad times, bro.
You read through it, and in the beginning there's lots of mundane stuff, and you're just kind of flipping quickly. It has some ledgers of prisoners coming in and out and things like that, but it's mostly just a personal journal. And she's griping, this lady, and she's been griping about the problems of her days, just kind of just recording what's going on. But you get to the end, and the last couple of pages are actually soaked in, well, not soaked, but like splattered with blood. And you read, "The murders continue, even after the hanging of Bartleby Crispin. Just this morning, Officer Hyla found both Sergeant Logan and Marshank the Varisian cut from ear to ear, splayed out in the assembly room on sublevel 2. So much for the killer being confined to the funnel or the pit. It seems that whoever this murderer is, he's got some way of sneaking out of his cell between floors. I've locked down the cell blocks and stationed additional guards on sublevels 2 and 4, but I'm afraid there's little else we can do to fend off the killer lurking in the shadows until reinforcements arrive from Westland." That's the old capital of Chadax before the Hellish Pact. "We had no idea of the Devil's power when we made our foolish bargain. True to his word, Vismithul would put a stop to the riot, but only by making matters worse. Most of the guards are already dead, claimed as sacrifices by the Fiend, or have been turned into infernal soldiers by the Devil's magic, fell magic. I hide in these walls for now, but I fear the worst for my soul. Our supposed ally promised us salvation, but none of us knew he would open a portal to hell itself." And that's the last journal entry.
Nice.
And you kick around the room, and again, other than the coins on the floor, there's nothing of value here.
Let's move on.
Well, while we're doing that, let's say that Iwan also gets another wand on Burning Night 2.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll say you spend a minute doing that, so again, I'll have all 10 of, yes, I see your clues. Yes, you're gonna go there. So, this guy has 9 more. Lammy had round 8, so he only had 3, so he's gonna get 7 more. And I'll say that this guy got all 10. And all infernal ones are now off. Okay. And Voris is moving to this door. Is anybody going with him?
Yeah.
Are we on initiative still here, or because I'm gonna tap another wand, so I just
Then yes, yeah.
okay.
So who are you tapping? Everybody can move. Let's you move a full turn, and when you can move and tap somebody.
Sure. You can do number 2 again.
Okay, so he's just gonna have. We'll say he starts on round 11, and I'll do 1 tick for him, and I'll just go through everybody. Everybody can move once. What are you ordering your undead to do, Bob?
My undead's gonna. Well, I can't move him. Give me my demon.
Demon, devil. Well,
Whatever.
he's not even a devil, really. He's a hellbound undead thing.
Oh, sounds more like a demon to me. All right. He's
You know anything
gonna.
interesting about them?
I certainly don't.
I told Iwan a lot of the stuff about them. So they're Grave Knights. Basically, their armor is cursed. They died.
Oh,
in their
right.
armor.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I forgot.
They died in a very twisted way, and basically Visperthul turned them into this for... They tried to go back on the deal. They tried to squelch the deal after they found out that the portal was going to remain open forever, and Visperthul kind of cursed them into being this, and they became fervent servants of Moloch as a result.
Okay.
So you know that they have decent channel resistance. They have DR unless you have magic weapons. If you kill them without destroying their armor, they just reform the next day. They have undead traits. They're immune to cold, electricity, fire. They have spell resistance, which I forgot about. And they fight really well.
Okay.
Of note to you, Iwan, is they have a special aura called a sacrilegious aura. There's this aura of intense evil around them. So if you spend some time around them and if you look at their auras, like even more than an evil cleric or something like that, these are just intensely evil creatures. And you believe that this functions as a desecrate spell, which means that undead that are arisen around a burning night will be more potent. You can look that up in the desecrate spell.
Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with that already. It was one of the drawbacks to not going the cleric route to the necromancer.
So they have like a permanent desecrate lay or like around them basically.
Nice.
Cool.
And in addition, healing in this aura, 30 foot around them, you need to make a concentration check. Basically, it's so evil that if you heal, like, negative energy is bolstered, and positive energy has a chance of failing just next to them.
So you gotta keep them away from Nero, basically.
Yes, you don't want them near you if you're healing someone. Correct.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, that's it. We have like 20 minutes. So we keep going. All right, so
Do I sense how large that aura is?
30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So Vors is up there. Is Vors going to be opening the door? We're going to move back and let somebody else open it.
Burning Night, maybe?
Yeah. So you're going to get out of the way. Okay. You're going to have Burning Night. You're going to have Bob's or yours.
Probably mine.
Alright, so Bob's gonna heal 1, and we'll just kind of move forward in the order. Where do you want the Lamasu? Just where it is?
Yeah, still covering our rear.
Okay, and then Burning Knight 1 is going to open the door. And you will see. Just reveal it. And these doors just kind of reveal what you found. You have dark vision, why can't you see like that? So you see that there is a ruined staircase. It looks like there is a staircase that goes up here, but it is completely collapsed. And rocks all over.
Well, we're not in the room yet, I guess. Can we say that the Burning Knight, like, it goes up or down the staircase
Down.
before it went down? Okay. So there just a hole in the floor?
No, like it looks like the roof here has collapsed on top of the staircase. You can tell there's
Got it.
stairs going down, but there's like a pile of rubble and debris that makes it impossible to walk down.
Okay. Is that rubble and debris mostly stone, and can it be shaped away?
Yes. I'm not sure if stone shape works on multiple stones versus one stone, but presumably.
Yeah, I guess it says a piece of stone.
Yeah, like you could do it on a floor, but I don't think you could do it on like a pile of stones like that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, staircase, I guess, right? That's what we got left.
Yeah, seems like.
Okay.
Unless you want to open up the floor and let the stone fall through.
I'm happy to try that. Do you want to do it?
I don't know if it'll work, but
It's a wand, so I'll do it.
I guess the stairs would count as a piece of stone, I guess.
I don't know if you could do it. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, so we'll say that you walk over and you try to tap the ground underneath some of the stones. And
it's part of it says that there's a 30% chance that it just doesn't work. So
well, that's if you're making like an advanced item that has moving parts, like a cog or a machine or something like that.
Okay.
So you do that, and you watch as the ground around it, underneath it collapses, and it goes, but it basically just drops a level, and you kind of get the impression that this is a spiral staircase that goes down, and that you need to do that several times to actually get further down. Like it goes down a couple times before the next floor, you would believe.
Okay.
You want to continue doing that?
Probably don't want to alert everything in the entire dungeon that something above them. So let's say no.
Noise too.
Yeah. So maybe let's go the way we were going. And I would, when the Burning Knight 1 walks past her, will, because that one's not healing right now, she'll tap that guy with the wand.
Okay. Everybody can
As they're moving over to me.
Everybody can set up over here on the stairs, and we'll just say that. How many rounds do you think Bobby gets? 2 rounds will pass. So here, this guy for 2. You put another one on Burning Knight 1, you said?
Yep.
So heal here for 1, or here's 2. Yeah, so just set up over here on the stairs.
We okay to send the Lamasium in first?
I guess. But unless you want to go first or anything.
No, I mean it's fine.
Alright. You bring your undead buddy with you, Bob?
Of course I am.
Alright.
It's my
You're
undead
just
buddy.
gonna head down the stairs?
Yep.
Alright. This wide stairwell, it can fit like 2 people side by side. It's like 10 feet wide almost. And that's all it says. It's made of flagstone, but portions of it are blocked with rubble. So there's a little bit of rough terrain, but you can kind of get through there. But everything you see so far is good. So the Lamasi is going to go first. And the Lamasi doesn't have vision, so I'll just bring Bob up behind it. And you get to the end, where basically you go to the next level. And you see another Burning Knight, Bobbert. So Lamasi was approaching, and we'll say that Bob, you're right behind it.
Okay.
You see another Burning Knight, and it raises its spear, and points it at the Lamasu. What do you want to do?
I hold up my hammer and say, "Please hold."
It looks at you confused. What are you saying or doing?
We need to serve Malik together. Malik, not Moloch.
Okay, so you've mispronounced the name of your god.
No, we need to serve Moloch together.
Stop in the
Praise
name of
Magna
Magna
Lord.
Lord.
Make a diplomacy check and then roll a d20 also.
Let's see, that's the handshaking.
Good job, good handshaking, good handshaking. No, it doesn't understand. It doesn't understand, and you get the same sort of reaction. Again, these are intelligent undead, but they're not very intelligent. And he just says, and you watch as it raises its spear, and as Lamasu gets close, it looks like it's going to poke the Lamasu.
Alright, well, the Lamasu's got to defend itself, I guess, but...
Yeah. So what do you say to it? You get one more chance before it's poking Lamasu.
We have to kill someone who the Lord has just named a traitor. Would you like to come with us or die?
Roll one more d20. Yes.
Great.
Yes. You convinced it. It was a very unconvincing speech, but you convinced it.
But we would have killed it. I mean, whatever.
It recognizes you as a servant of its god, and it believes you.
Good.
Alright, so you have another buddy. And you guys continue on. I'm gonna move guys to the other side of this map over here. I gotta be careful with people, I guess. So, should have done that beforehand. Alright, can you see over here?
Right.
You know what's interesting that I just realized?
What?
Undead are not immune to fear around Bob.
Does Bob's thing make undead afraid?
It says if you're immune to... It says... All enemies within 10 feet take a -4 penalty on saving throws against fear effects. Creatures that are normally immune to fear lose that immunity. Oh, I guess that's only paladins, because it's not immunity, fear immunity, it's...
It's mind affecting you. So
Yeah.
that's
Interesting.
that seems a
It's
gray
fun.
area.
Yes, I agree.
Nero could debate that area.
A standard language would be nice, but that's okay.
Yeah. Good luck at that. There's way too many people here with all your friends. So I'm leaving some in the dark. But you guys are coming around a hallway like this, and Lamasu is leading me down the hallway. So I'll move to like there. Bobby gets like there. And Lamasu has dark vision because it's undead. I should really just give it dark vision so it can actually see stuff. And you guys see a hallway. Move it like this. There you go. Alright, so set up in your normal position. Here's the Lamasu heading down that way.
Can you get worse, like, some sort of vision?
Sorry?
It doesn't look like worse can see anything anyway.
Vors cannot see anything, that's correct.
Like, when I click him, like, I see nothing.
Well, because you don't have light, and the Lamasu doesn't have light, and your token is using light, because, like, you don't. I guess I should just give you dark vision as well. So, there you go. So you're going downstairs, and you see, like, walls like this. You see a door here, and that's all you see right now. There's a table of some kind down here.
So one of the Burning Knights opens the door, presumably, like usual.
I'm gonna have a move over here and open a door.
Maybe the new Burning Knight that Bob just got, the fully charged up one.
Yes.
I don't know, Bob's choice.
Bob.
Bob's choice? I mean, yeah, let's use the new one.
Alright, so you send the Burning Knight in over here to open the door. And it does. It's an intelligent like that, so it easily knows how to open doors.
It's supposed to be here, so it should really just not even scare anything.
That's true. he's not a PC though, so he doesn't have the right to see into stuff. He's an NPC. So he opens the door, and Vors and Bob can see and Vors can sense that there's a crap ton of rubble in this room, as if the entire room has collapsed upon itself.
Oh boy.
And you hear some infernal speaking in the south. You can make a perception check. Vors, Bob, Nero, and Iwan's are in a corner. I'll give you Iwan too. Sure. Everybody make a perception check. Vors and Nero can tell. Everybody else just kind of hears low, almost whispered voices in Infernal. But Nero and Vors both make out that they are asking, what is it doing here? Why is it opening the door? And they're kind of arguing back and forth about what's going on with this thing. And that's it. So we'll just jump to the top of the order again. So Burning Knight 3 is not on initiative. I'll just add him to the end. Make the last turn. So what do you guys want to do about this? Burning Knight 2 is on initiative, but you can just discuss what you want to do.
Seems like you two are on.
Us two are on what?
Time for us to do anything, Bob.
I didn't hear what you said there.
Let's hit shit, Bob.
Yes. Okay, well let's fucking go.
Hey. Thank you, Bobo.
Alright, so Burning Knight 2, I guess, is going to delay.
And heal.
Yeah. Is Lammy going to delay?
Lammy is going to be told to get up here, basically. Like, block that, you know.
Hmm.
Okay, and now the infernal voices begin shouting. And this thing is a skeleton, right?
Correct.
And they're shouting, this one isn't one of ours. Something's wrong. And they're shouting back and
This
forth.
giant fucking lion thing is...
You hear 3 separate voices. They all sound oddly similar, but they are now shouting that something's wrong. So, Vors, you get to go?
That's it.
That's his move.
Do I see that?
You do not sense anything. You definitely hear 3 distinct voices, but from where you are, you do not sense anything right now.
How far did that move? Because I can move to here, right?
Yeah. The grid doesn't line up. You're kind of in the wall there, but that's fine. From where you are there, yes, you can definitely sense something over here. At the end of the hallway, behind one of the tables, you can sense something that seems metallic, spiked, and spider-like.
Oh, we've seen those before.
Was that a whole move or a single move for you?
Wait. That was a single move.
Yeah. You don't really have a shot on it because of this wall that you're behind, but you can tell based on the sound, even bouncing off the walls, you've made out in that spot that there is one, but you do not have a shot at the moment. So,
I'm just gonna wait then.
Okay. Burning Knight number 1 heals a hit point. Oh, yeah. And this is Iwan's, the Ankh one. You command it to do anything?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna start moving in. How far can it go? Let's see.
Its speed is 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so... yeah, so I guess it'll get to there.
Alright. And you hear again, they're shouting in Inferno, like, there's another one. And like, what's with all these skeletons? And Robert, the Zubert.
Well, what's the move speed of these things?
30 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Look, it's you, it's not you.
Oh, I thought I could do that while I was okay.
No,
oh, well.
he's on initiative by himself, I think, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay, he's up top. Okay, I see. Okay, fine. Well, then I'm just going to work my way over here.
You move him too, but I guess he should have went first. But yeah.
Okay, fine. Then I'm gonna bring him over here so that they're like, what the fuck? There's another skeleton.
So you get to there, Bob, and you can't see because basically you're a regular human, so your dim light ends here. So Vors thought he saw something over here, but it's in the dark for you. Iwan.
Hey, Bob, or Jeff.
Yes.
Will I be able to like 5-foot step and like shoot around the corner like that? Where
You could on your turn, yeah, on your next turn.
okay, I basically would have like, put myself wherever I could like 5
Sure.
foot step up and behind it.
That's
Okay,
fine.
shoot.
Iwan moved. Are you doing anything else?
Maybe just. So does. So nobody's actually seen. You said Vor sensed something, but he doesn't.
He can't see.
Like, he can't make out the details of it,
He
right?
knows it's large. He knows it's spider-like and metallic and spiked.
Okay. So
It sounds like those things we saw on the ground outside.
yeah. So can I see what I know of them?
You have
Low light vision, probably, because
low
you're.
light vision. 'Cause you're a not dark
Yeah.
vision, but low light vision. So you're a regular. So if you click on yourself, you'll notice that Iwan. If you click on Bob and Iwan, notice that Iwan can see like basically twice as far as Bob.
Yeah.
So like what Bob's low light is Iwan's regular light, and then her low light starts there. So she actually does see the thing. She
Okay.
sees a warmonger devil, which is also known as a levelock. And I've got some art for that. I'll put it up here in the corner.
Cool.
Show handout on that baby if you want. That's the warmonger devil. And as Vors was saying to the party, that you did see these outside. You saw these. There were giant corpses of these things. And like I said, they're metal, they're metallic, they're spider-based legs, and they're devils, but they're also partially constructs. In that, like Iwan couldn't animate them. She knows that they're immune to necromancy and stuff like that.
Yeah. So if I got a high enough knowledge check, I just want to know things like what they usually do, what their weaknesses are, all that sort of things.
They have no like weaknesses, like no special like energy weaknesses, nothing like that. Most notable is that they have a construct form, like I was explaining earlier. So they're immune to necromancy. They're immune to critical strikes, ability drain, exhaustion, fatigue, non-lethal damage, paralysis, blah 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 blah. They're basically like partially like golems or robots, whatever you might consider. What else did I roll high enough for? You also know they have DR good. They have things you'd expect devils to have in terms of resistances and immunities. They have a low level of SR, and they're very very tough. They fight with glaives and reach weapons, and they can also throw nets. And you know, like they're basically like, you know, they're part of the legions of hell. Armored like an infernal knight upon some monstrous steed, this fiend of iron and nails scuttles upon 6 heavy, bladed, beetle-like legs. Its body seems to be nothing more than plates upon hulking plates of dark metal, each pierced through with gleaming spikes and studded with the gruesome trophies of past massacres. In one clawed gauntlet it grips a long, twisted trident, while on the other it readies a thick net woven with fiendish barbs.
Awesome. Well, that's the end of her turn. She double moved to get there, so.
Alright.
I'm
And
bring
your
Bedford
undeads
in.
get to move.
Yeah.
And Nero of House Nero.
Nero will move forward, assuming that people are telling him what's going on.
Nero has low light vision as well, because he's got a thing.
Got a thing.
He's got goggles.
What?
He's got goggles of Elvenkind.
Of course you do. Reset that on your So you do see it.
I just see the one?
You do see the one. It's in the low light vision, so it's not like very illuminated, but you can definitely tell it's large enough that you know, and you know enough about devils.
Are they marked like the ones we saw up above? tell. Probably can't tell.
You can't tell from here, but presumably, all the devils you fought so far have been not the Burning Knights, but the Bone Devil you fought was Marks.
Okay. Nero will ready to cast a spell.
Okay. What spell are you going to cast?
Burst of Radiance.
The Burning Knight goes.
Gonna wait until he can catch more than one in it.
Burning Knight 3. That's the one that opened the door. It's Bob's. Bob.
Oh, I guess I go again. Okay.
Burning Knight 3 does specifically.
Yeah,
just
I got it.
one.
Alright, well. I mean, this guy can't actually see what's going on, and I can't control him, so.
I didn't give you power to control him, is what you're asking? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. You should have power to control him now.
Alright, hey, there he is. Look at all the stuff he can do. Alright, I don't know. I'm now in the darkness, but I can't see.
Yeah, so that's rough terrain. So basically, like I said, that's just, it looks like the room collapsed upon itself. So there's lots of debris and rocks and stuff like that. So you just want him to walk around in there?
Yeah, right now I'm just perusing the room.
Okay, so he sees stuff, but you don't get to see what he sees really. So. But yeah, so you move like half your speed. That's one move. You move 30 feet. So you want to
Okay.
be further in there?
Well,
North, south, what?
let's go over here-ish.
Okay, so he does walk to here, and the debris gets so high over here, like he's actually walking like up a hill, and it gets so high over here he can't move forward. Like this is an actual like a wall of debris.
Oh, wow.
But he now knows that. And that's the top of the order, and that's midnight, so we're going to stop here. Alright. So, do we have moral? Do we have an MVP?
There are proposed morals.
Hit me. What do you got?
It's bedtime, not third time. I can see well enough to kill you. You can't prepare for everything, you just blast it into shit. You can think yes, or this is better than the snake.
Alright, so what do you guys think?
I like you can't prepare for everything.
Probably. That's probably a good moral for our entire party.
I'm fine with that.
What was it again, sorry?
You can't prepare for everything, you just blast it into shit.
Okay. Alright, an MVP award. Any nominations?
So, I want to nominate Nero for basically doing the Moloch stuff for the Moloch person, and getting a burning knight, but also making sure that our anti-paladin was not fatigued, which was big.
That was fortuitous.
That's my vote.
I thought Iwan basically shut the Bone Devil off as well, which was quite nice. Yeah, you just don't work anymore.
Alright, you can slash GM and tell me who you want to have get points. Alright, got 2 votes. 3 votes, that's already a majority. It is Nero, of House Nero.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Nero the hero.
Hey Nas, you have a painting behind you. Where's that from?
My friend Tom painted that, and I
It's a
bought.
sketch? Yeah, it's a good painting.
Yeah, that's your death.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
even see
nice.
it. Oh, okay. It looked different from that angle. I have seen the Edge of Death.